Good evening and welcome to Aberdeen. We are just getting ready and waiting for the Microsoft stream to come up. I was having a play about with the CJ4, which I think we might try to fly tonight. It was a bit of a heavy landing, but we made it to our destination, so that's good enough for me. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me...
Stream is cleared for takeoff.
That sounds like they're coming up now.
To all of you, welcome to a very special community fly-in. Not Friday. It's depending where you are in the world. It's either Wednesday evening or early Thursday. You'll see we got a new face joining us today. I want to welcome from Next Level Racing. We have got Cam. Welcome, Cam, to the stream.
Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to flying with the community. Exciting time. This is the first community fly-in with Microsoft.
We have got Cam. Welcome, Cam, to the stream.
Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to flying with the community.
We have got Cam.
No, sorry, they're not here yet. That is still the old stream. So, let's get the poll going. Let's load in the flight plan for today. Let's get Lucky's cam up, Lucky's treat up. I'm up. We're just waiting for Microsoft. To start their stream. So I can try the CJ4. We might have a bit of a hard landing. Also, I've been having some problems with the autopilot on that. Or we could go a slightly slower plane, but we might end up falling behind a little bit. Let's see how long it'll take in the TBM 930. 3 hours and 2, that's considerably slower. Or do we risk it again with the A320 and hope that problem with that is that we can't do the touch and go with that one. I think I've got 2 touch and goes today. I need to buy a faster plane. That's what I need to do. Okay, we're after 7 o'clock now. Okay, there we go. Our stream is starting. So now what we can do is we'll make sure we capture that window correctly. So that's the live stream from Asobo and Microsoft. We've got the Lucky Cam, you've got me. Our flight plan is ready. We will do it in the... Do we do it in the Citation? Do we do it in this... In the Airbus until I find a faster small plane that I have? What do we do it in? I think we're going to do it in the Airbus again. We'll do it in the Airbus. My concern with the Citation is if it loses the flight plan, that's going to be 2 hours of manual flying, and I don't want to do that tonight. So... Airbus A310, Airbus A320. Interesting. I don't think I've flown A310 before. That could be interesting. Let's try and load in with that one and see if the A310 will work, because that's a new airplane, at least for me. The recommendation for this is few clouds, daytime flying, all players so we can see everybody, and we're all flying on the Southeast Asia server tonight. I will be flying High Altitude Airways, and I will come in on the ILS. Or I was planning to, but my flight simulator appears to have crashed. That's the last thing I need. Bear with me, let me bring that back. We're still waiting on Microsoft. Let me change the mixer up a bit on this end so you can hear them better. Once Flight Sim comes back, yeah, we'll turn them down a bit. Because really we want to hear the chat on the stream. I just hope that my system doesn't let me down tonight. I have been having some issues.
This stream is cleared for takeoff.
That's quite loud for the desktop audio. I'll turn that down a little bit. Hope that my system doesn't crash tonight. I don't know what's happened. I don't believe there's been an update of Flight Simulator or anything. So hopefully we're okay to do this stream tonight. And I need to get all set up and ready before they start, because they won't wait for me. Flight plan open. Navlog, few clouds. Daytime. We are going high altitude. And what did we say? ILS. Oh, we didn't actually end up choosing one, did we? Let's do... We're coming in this way from the north. So we would want something like 28L. If the landing is atrocious like last time, this is the first time I'm flying this aircraft, so give me a break. Right, let's get on the runway so that we are ready. Oh wow. There's somebody on top of me. There's a
Well, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Fly Day. I hope you all enjoyed that video. For everyone celebrating the Lunar New Year, depending where you are in the world, that could be today, that could be tomorrow. Year of the Dragon for those who follow the Chinese zodiac. Very exciting. We're super pleased to put that video together for you, featuring some amazing, beautiful East Asian cities. With the We Love VFR fireworks add-on, of course, very appropriate for the Lunar New Year. Now, I'm also been told before the stream started, about 10 minutes before we went live, that today is also a very special day, and for that, I'm going to turn it over to one of our guest co-hosts, SimTom. What else is going on today, February 9th?
Well, the background already gives it away a bit, but also what I'm holding here in my hands, it's World Pizza Day. So what better way to celebrate than eating some pizza?
All right, maybe that'll be the new official food of Lunar New Year, pizza.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about our flight plan. First of all, let's do some introductions. I'm the community manager for Microsoft Flight Simulator CDL. I just talked to SimTom, one of our guest co-hosts, and we have our other guest co-host. We have Peter. Welcome back to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, for the next flight I'm going to buy a faster...
we are in stage 6 of our Community Fly-In Friday World Tour. For those who have not seen one of these
a faster
stages,
small
the first
aircraft.
5, we started in the birthplace of flight,
But not
Kitty Hawk,
today.
North Carolina, and from there we are doing one contiguous flight plan all around the world to every capital city of every UN member state. So far we visited Washington, we visited Ottawa, we visited Reykjavik. And
You see all these
today
planes
we're gonna be
coming in on top of
to
each
our
other.
next world capital,
Bunch of
Dublin,
fighter jets,
Ireland.
bunch of
Again,
small
departing from Reykjavik, our first
things
stop
going
on the
on.
last stage. This is, as always,
We can't
an open
quite
event.
handle the
All
fact that
players, all
everybody's
skill
sitting on the
levels,
runway
all
ready to take off.
platforms, everyone is welcome and encouraged to fly with us. We'd love to have you along. !fly in the chat with the instructions. We're on the Southeast Asia server, so make sure you choose Southeast Asia from your drop down there. And then in flight conditions, also make sure you choose all players. Very important, so you can see everyone in the group. Thankfully, this is the last of our transatlantic stages. It's taken us 3 weeks, but we finally made our way across the Atlantic Ocean. By the end of this flight, we'll be in Dublin. From there, we're going to go to London, and from there to continental Europe. So the days of flying over nothing but a blue sea are soon to be over after this stage. But we do have
So you can
one
see
more
everybody
flight
getting
to go
ready,
through.
lined up
A little
on the
bit longer
runway.
than normal, a lot of transoceanic flying. So we are going to do something in terms of aircraft choices. You will need something a little bit faster. We're recommending 420 knots cruise speed or better. I myself am flying the L-39 Red Thunder from the Reno Air Race Collection. Peter, what do you have today?
Again, my trusty longitude, which has taken me already from America to here, so we might as well continue with that. We'll climb up to 50-something thousand feet and go from there.
I don't have the
Look at that,
longitude,
that's
but I might get that.
about
That looks like a
55
nice one.
Swallow your longitude completely whole.
It dwarfs me. Yes.
Yeah. Your entire aircraft, wingtip to wingtip, fits underneath one wing of the 225.
Oh yeah, with ease. It almost fits.
Wow, some people are flying massive things.
Yeah, look at that. All right, and Tom, what about you? What are you flying?
Well, what else could I fly today? Has to be a pizza delivery, so
Yeah. Kind of narrows it down a
Yeah.
bit, doesn't it?
Phoenix A320.
Well, people are. Some people are in the small planes. They're going to take their time. They're going to be really
I'm just going to get
slow.
spawned in now, then we'll get underway. We have a touch and go, actually 2 touch and goes en route today. So we depart from Reykjavik. We'll fly over what's known in Iceland as the Golden Circle. Tom, I know you've spent a lot of time there, taking some very beautiful footage. We can talk about that. And then, you know, a
So
little
we
bit
are
over the
set up.
North
We are
Atlantic.
all
We have a touch
ready
and
to go.
in the Faroe Islands.
We're just waiting for
sort of
the
business territory. And then another
for the
touch
clearance.
and go in the Irish city of Donegal, and then our full stop in Dublin, our next world capital.
once we have our clearance, we'll all be taken
So
off.
Question saying what's flight level? Honestly, it's your choice. Usually on Community Fly-In Friday, we're doing sightseeing flights. We kind of recommend low and slow as the name of the game. Although today, because we are flying mostly over ocean, we're probably going to want to cruise at a higher altitude. But again, it is your choice. So whatever you like. I'm going to try 10,000 to start, and we'll see how that goes. Tom, Peter,
We've been cleared to 11,000 on takeoff. We'll decide if we want to continue with the ATC flight plan as we continue. As we know, last time we failed to intercept the ILS because we were too high. That's what I've discovered. So en route to
See if I have favorable winds.
Dublin,
If not,
I believe it is we are today.
Also speaking.
I
speaking
will
of,
check what the
Ireland,
ILS
I see we've
intercept
got
altitudes
Tuto
are,
Murphy is in the chat.
Oh no.
One of our,
and I will make sure
favorite Irish Microsoft Flight Sim Twitch streamers.
we are at
Check out Tuto's
a
chat.
suitable
By the
altitude
way,
for interception, not
speaking of
following
flights,
what
for all
ATC
of
told
you,
us
Tuto's
last
gonna be
time.
joining us on Community Fly-In Friday next week. When we fly on stage 7 of the World Tour, Dublin to London.
Yes.
So
Yes, it's Dublin today.
Yeah,
So
same. Yeah. Oh,
I
that
will
sucks.
be just
Well,
confirming.
On the other hand, I'll
I can
have
do
to
that now whilst we
live
wait.
broadcast on national television, so.
Oh, you actually
Find out
yeah,
what our
you actually
intercept
do this.
altitude is.
Oh, yeah.
oh, you're not joking. You're seriously
You're not
No,
joking.
it's for real, yeah. With a drone, it's gonna be live.
Nice.
All right. Well, folks, we do have a bit of a longer flight today, so let's get underway as quickly as possible. I got a cable loose by my rudder pedals. That's not good.
Here we go.
It's fine.
It's fine.
There we go. Okay, fixed. All right, parking brake is off. Full throttle is in. I am rolling, and we are underway for Community Fly-In Friday World Tour Stage 6. Reykjavik
We are
to
rolling.
Dublin via the Faroe Islands.
Right behind you.
All right, I'm focused on the takeoff right now, but I'll get you in sight as soon as I get airborne. All right, positive rate.
B1.
Up.
Rotate.
100 knots.
Positive rate climb.
Rotate. There should
Let's get the flaps out.
Little
Gear up.
little runway. Left.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Whoa! That F-22 is doing a crazy turnout.
All right, departing the Reykjavik area now in a hurry. As mentioned, we're going to fly over what in Iceland is known as the Golden Circle. Very, very beautiful, incredible scenery.
Let's get that VFR map up so we can see where everybody else is.
Great drone photography in the Golden Circle.
Where am I going to put that? Over here.
Oh, okay. Mind scrambling for information.
Oh, you're still focused on getting airborne? We can
Yeah.
you can put a pin in that and come back to it later.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. As I look to my 6 o'clock at all you beautiful people taking off along with us.
Down here just now as we
There's the
watch.
city of
Oh
Reykjavik,
my
Iceland's
god.
capital,
Look at everybody who's out tonight.
behind us.
So we are
like we had a
flying
great
into
turnout. A lot of people flying along.
EIDW. Let's have a look. EIDW ILS. Intercept.
Oh, Relic is flying the F-18 plushie mod. I thought I installed that so I could see it properly. Maybe I accidentally removed it from my community folder. I'm gonna have to put that back. I wish I could see the plushie mod properly. I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the plushie mod was from the Shadow Display team. They did the flying cheesecake, and then their next one was the plushie mods. Is that right? Google says yes. Okay.
3,000. So we need to be at 3,000
Tom
or
is still messing with
below
his, like, computer. Very
Oh, yes.
pro streamer move
when
right
we
here.
Right.
when we come in for
I was-
our iOS
I
intercept.
was ready, but there were some issues. So
Well,
I'll
you
catch
started.
up.
You started on time. But there was
right.
What was it?
So if they tell me to be at higher than 3,000, somebody shout,
3,900.
no, that's bad.
390 set.
3-9er.
390 set. Yes.
Okay.
I think I was just told to climb to flight level 2.5, but I'll just wait a second, also watch everybody else climb out.
Alright, I am flying rental power, full throttle the entire way today. We do have, again, we have a lengthy flight, mostly over ocean, although right now,
We'll
I look
set
at the
power
POV,
now
look down
to
below us.
climb.
This is the golden circle here below. Look at this amazing scenery. Of course, with World Update 15, there's new terrain dem data for Iceland as well as the other Nordic nations, and these mountains are spectacular.
Somebody's flying a Concorde? Wow. F-14 Tomcat.
So once again, if you missed last week's stream, you may notice Fly-In Friday looks a little bit different this week. That is thanks to my colleague InkQuest, graphic designer extraordinaire. He has created new Twitch overlays for Fly-In Friday, and I think they look pretty good myself. But if you are enjoying them, I'm not sure if Ink's in the chat right now. No, she's not. But if you do see InkQuest show up
So
later,
we
and you
are
like the
climbing
new
out,
overlays, be sure
and
to,
we are about
thank InkQuest
to,
in the chat.
by the looks of it, head out over the water. Bunch of people going a completely different direction to me. Which is interesting, means they
Tom is
didn't
still
load
yet
the
to get
flight plan
airborne.
that I loaded.
Think you'll be able to catch up to us, Tom?
Yes.
I mean, I've got a true airspeed of 465 knots right now. Ground
It's
speed of
fine.
470.
Engines are turning on. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll catch up.
Okay.
TCAS is going wild. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's the beauty of Fly-In Friday. We have so many people flying along with us.
Yeah, TCAS should be disabled. Only altitude reporting on your transponder, but that's fine.
So,
As you can see here, I have my.
I quite like this altitude right now. I'm not going to bother climbing
traffic on
out of
standby,
this.
because otherwise you'll get in trouble. Especially if you have automated TCAS enabled, it will constantly dive and will mess up your flight.
I'm enjoying the view.
Yeah, look at this scenery here. Wow, Iceland is a beautiful country. You know, the thing is, like, I say that, but I say that about every country you fly. Like, has there been? Be honest, chat. I want absolutely beautiful honesty here. Has there ever been a country we visited on Community Fly-In Friday where we haven't marveled at the scenery and how amazing it was?
I think there was
Belgium and the
one.
Netherlands.
yes,
Oh,
which were spectacularly underwhelming.
Flat, yeah.
Kerbagzi in chat says, I don't play Microsoft Flight Simulator, but damn, this Fly-In Friday is beautiful. Yeah, right on topic. That's exactly what we're saying. So we're in Iceland right now, but like I was saying, everywhere we go in the world, it's just spectacular scenery. Although apparently Tom and Peter are being a little bit self-deprecating, saying their own countries, Belgium and Netherlands, are not so beautiful. I will disagree with that. I've never been to Belgium IRL. I have been to the Netherlands in real life. It was beautiful, except on New Year's Eve. I hated New Year's Eve in the Netherlands. But everything else in the Netherlands was beautiful. Tom is still at the gates.
Alright, as we come up over the water, let's get up to our flight level.
I'm in the queue, like plane 30. The airspace is kind of busy.
23.
Crossing 21,000 feet, Tom.
Right.
Just saying.
Shoot.
So let's get that
Who
climb
has
in.
to leave early again?
Yeah, me. Sorry.
You know, I don't know exactly. when
We're
it's
already
going
on
to
standard,
happen,
but
but it's really
for
close.
realism's sake,
It could
let's put it
be-
on standard.
It could be this stream, it could be next week, it could be 3 weeks from now. Like, coming up pretty
as we
soon,
climb into that flight
I'm gonna get a
level.
pop-up live on stream saying I get the achievement for 1,000 hours going to Microsoft Flight
Oh,
Simulator.
nice.
I'm going for the talking about
Like, on my
the
my
achievements.
Xbox app,
I've done
it says
most
I'm
of the achievements in
99%
Flight Sim now.
on that achievement.
Um,
So,
I'm only 400 hours in or something, but I got.
I
the
need to
certificate.
get the 500 hours on which is interesting. I don't seem to have that because I've got 523 hours gameplay, but I don't have the 500 hours achievements. I
think we
must
can
be
save
close
the
to it.
traffic again.
And then also there's the 1,000 hours one, and then there's land
No,
at
we
500
cannot.
different airports.
Not even close.
I must be close to that as well. It was like I'm 86%
mind.
through the 500 different
by
airports.
the way, folks, I know
achievement.
we're
Other than
flying
that, I have done
yesterday,
all
and
of the
this
other
is
achievements
over
in
a lot of
this
ground for water.
simulator.
But for all you Xbox pilots out there, big news. If you didn't see it yesterday, the A2A Comanche 250 is now available to Xbox players via the InSim marketplace.
Yeah. So
This is if you look at the reviews online, this has become a community favorite for the single engine piston GA pilots out there. This pretty much is considered the gold standard now for what is possible in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and now on Xbox. Came out for PC last year, and
But
now
yeah,
available for
if I'm going to
console.
be doing these
So
fly-in
excited to have
Fridays
that
every week,
available.
which I do plan on trying to do, so that I have at least one consistent stream a week, I need to get some different aircraft and start doing some extra investment in the sim.
Well,
I'm
Phoenix
just
30%
using all
is
the
pretty
free stuff
expensive.
right
Well,
now.
you know, I always
I like
say
to get
get
some
what
more
you pay for,
fun,
and quality
smaller
doesn't come cheap.
aircraft like what they're
I know
flying.
the developers at A2A put
I
a
believe
lot
I
of
said he
time
said he was
into,
flying the
I
L39.
believe something like 3 years to
Um,
make the PC version.
so
and then
perhaps
another
I'd try
6 months
that.
after that, something like that, to get it
Or I have a look at this
so I hope people
longitude.
find it's worth the wait. And
and
also
see what
the
that
price.
costs.
Definitely, it's
Keep up that
very well reviewed
approach
by the
plan.
community. Here on the Microsoft Flight Sim team, we're ecstatic to have that in the hands of console pilots now too.
Oh, there's another Cessna.
I mean, it's cheaper than going out for dinner one evening, right?
Interesting.
It depends where you go for dinner.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, it's cheaper than a nice dinner at a good restaurant. I don't think it's
Yeah.
cheaper than like.
Let's see what it costs.
no. But I mean, if you're going for dinner at a restaurant, that's more expensive than the plane.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
the
if
dinner
it still
is gonna
costs
be
that,
less
I'm
for
not paying
an
that
hour or
for it.
two. The plane will less for
Um,
years. So I think it's a decent price.
up
I
to
like
flight
that
level
way of
330.
thinking, but it's also very dangerous.
$89.
know,
Yeah,
but
probably
Then suddenly
not.
everything becomes like, but it's, it's just especially Lego.
It more shows that it more shows that how expensive an evening out is.
Yeah.
Right? That's more about the experience.
Okay, here's a question. What is the most expensive dinner per person that anyone has ever had?
I think depends. I once had a hamburger which was really expensive.
Oh,
See
you're
you.
talking about like a $100
Yeah.
hamburger?
I
That
spent-
doesn't count.
I don't think I spent
Transportation
89 on the
costs,
sim.
like, the bill that you
I
pay
was
for
looking for, yeah,
Oh,
I'll need
okay.
to see if I can get something that is not, bloody hell, $89.
I think
Wow.
I ate in Hong Kong at a missionary restaurant, but I didn't pay the bill myself, so I don't know exactly how expensive that was. I think
That was a
the
little
most
bit
expensive.
concerning when everybody else is
Like,
flying a
comment in
completely
chat.
different
My
route to
first
you.
date with my wife, still paying for that.
Fair, careful, but fair.
I guess they're wanting to fly over the land.
Or, I mean, I would say the better.
I just
option
used the
is
flight plan that was
you
provided
still pay
by
it off, and you're
Microsoft.
Peter is like,
We should get there roughly at the
sure,
same
I'm
time
sure
anyway,
we-
that's fine. I've just seen
Okay,
that
so
the
for me
aircraft hasn't
personally,
actually taken that
my
input.
most
I need to
expensive- I
tell
only
it
did
to
this
take that
once.
input.
It was
And actually do
the
that climb?
restaurant I went to was visible in the Lunar New Year video we played at the start of the stream. It was in Singapore. It was in Gardens by the Bay in Singapore in what's called the Flower Dome. There's a one Michelin star restaurant there called.
Because once you get over the water, there's not going to be a lot to see on the land anyway.
Someone in the chat look it up. The name of the restaurant is the Flower Dome. I think it's like one word. Anyways, I had dinner there.
For
I want to say on Christmas Eve.
quite some time
2022. And for the food plus matching wine pairing.
before we start approaching the UK.
8 or 9 courses, chef's tasting menu at a Michelin star restaurant, and then 8 or 9 glasses of wine, one glass of wine with every course. It was $400 US per person. I will say this. It was a very
Don't
good
forget to
dinner.
like the stream
Yeah,
if you haven't done
ambiance
already.
was amazing.
It
Food
does
was delicious.
really help us
Not the best
get the
dinner,
word out that we're flying.
even though it was the most expensive. Would I do it again? Probably not. Am I glad I did it once? Yes. It was a pretty cool experience in Singapore. I'll put it that way.
It's probably the whole right of existence of such restaurants, right? People doing it one time.
Yeah.
I know a friend of mine does that almost weekly, going to fancy
It looks
restaurants.
like somebody's been left
and
back at the regional airport, or they're just starting now. That's interesting.
Meanwhile, I'm finally ready to go.
Oh, that's nice,
Right.
Tom.
Tom is stacked on the runway. Clear for
Oh,
takeoff.
it's that
I'm
guy.
crossing 35. It's fine.
Oh, question. I'll direct this to Tom as you're taking off. You know, you
Well,
need a sterile cockpit.
Sterile
already.
cockpit.
Bad Kitty is asking, does the original flight plan differ from the SimBrief flight plan?
Yes.
Very slightly.
So Tom created the SimBrief version.
Yes.
Because he was
All
lazy.
right. No, because I want to make
Yes.
sure that.
Oh, it definitely differs. Absolutely differs. That's why I'm on the original flight plan, and everybody else is flying over the land.
Winds are favorable.
But that's fine. That gives me time to screw up the approach. Hopefully.
22 knots from the deck. Yeah. Almost at the end.
Are we flying the Mach Loop next week? We actually did the Mach Loop on stream last year on the birthday of Sir Frank Whittle, the inventor of the jet engine. It seemed very appropriate. We flew to Frank's hometown, and then we also flew the Mach Loop fast jets. Home run, I believe that's no longer the case. I think the latest version of the A2A Comanche no longer uses the external flight model. Both on
3.8? I don't even know if
Is that
this thing
correct,
can
Peter
do
Tom?
3.8.
I think so, because that would be impossible on Xbox. So.
Yeah.
We can try it.
I think that's the group ahead of me. Slight feeling.
I think he's slew himself to where everybody else is.
Bad Kitty said, I set my alarm to wake up at 12 a.m. It's 1 a.m. local time now. Where in the world do you live, Bad Kitty?
I think plus
Plus 4,
plus. Yeah.
So this is leaving
Oh.
Iceland
5, Zulu.
and
plus
heading
5.
over. I
Eastern
believe
Europe?
that's the North Atlantic, right?
No, further.
Further?
Middle East.
Middle East?
Heading,
Yeah, India, something like
well, towards Ireland
that.
ultimately,
or
but
Qatar indeed.
initially towards Scotland, where I'm from. I did my
Here, you're flying the longitude.
private license here
Ronnie
actually at
Louise asking, what's the
EGPE,
ceiling altitude?
and I did my
4 or 5
commercial
zero.
license
Should be the theoretical ceiling.
EGPT.
Yeah.
EGPD,
Currently
I
cruising
should
at
say.
390 with a tailwind of around 20 knots. Nothing spectacular.
Spent a lot of time flying along these
Oh, Bad Kitty is
coastlines
from India. Yeah, very cool.
India.
in the northeast of Scotland.
Good guess.
We got a long way to go to get there, but we will eventually make it to New Delhi on our Community Fly-In Friday World Tour.
God, heart attack. I thought he was saying that
Doing
we were going to go to
member
New
states
Delhi
capital
right now.
city.
No, we're going to Dublin today. But this is the Community Fly-In Friday. We're following along with the Microsoft Azobo Twitch stream.
Nice.
If you want to join
ground
us,
speed
we're in
of
the Southeast Asia
468.
server, and we're about 20 minutes into the flight so far. Flight approximately about 2.5 hours.
See how far I can get.
Everybody else is doing a slightly altered flight plan from what was originally released. That's why it looks like I'm off
Yeah,
course.
200 292 nautical
they're just flying
miles
over the
off
land
Faroe Islands.
for safety. They don't trust their
Over
engines.
Open ocean now. I've left Iceland behind. I still have Iceland in view, but I'm over the water at the moment.
How fast are you flying?
Lucky. Do you want to
I've
go in your
ground speed
place?
of 468 knots.
Good boy.
You should be over the ocean now too.
No, I'm still over land. I mean, I'm almost over the ocean, but
What are you doing, Peter?
I don't know. Climbing,
I
probably.
mean, here's where I am.
Turning point. Because obviously we want to see the cluster of everybody else. Plus, I'm not going to have
You're only a little bit further.
any problems with anti-collision warnings.
Do I have
I mean,
to
like,
unmute
you can
Because,
still see it. There's Iceland in view to my 9
exactly.
o'clock.
Because I'm nowhere near this
That's the
slot.
light plan is
but,
taking me. Actually, there's the
It may happen as
easternmost
we come into
point of
land.
Iceland right there.
Just hoping I keep the PC nice and cool,
I
because
think
it's
next level racing.
it's having to stream,
Although I
do all the
like that
encoding of the
music.
stream,
Yep.
play the simulator. It's doing
Oh, yeah,
everything, and I've had a
Hermit was our
few
lucky
crashes
winner
today because I
for
was
anyone
working all
listening.
day
Oh.
on the
Wednesday
same
night,
computer, and it was getting a
we
little
have,
bit warm. So
collaboration stream with Next Level
let's just
Racing,
hope it stays
Um,
cool enough. We don't
where
cause ourselves
we
any
gave away a
more
couple
problems.
prizes, two
In
there's
fact,
two
I
runner-up
am going
prizes
to
were a
just do
Microsoft
something to make
Flight Simulator
sure
merchandise pack
at least
and
it doesn't get
a
any hotter.
item from the marketplace, any item of the winner's choosing from the marketplace. And then the grand prize, which Hermit something in chat was the winner of the grand
So
prize,
I can
was the Next
skip
Level
that to
Racing
the
Flight
next.
Simulator home cockpit.
settings.
The
Good.
dollar value on that
And that'll
prize
just make
is
sure
United
that
States dollar
my computer is right
799.
next to a radiator. I know it's a
Very
sin,
generous
and it's on a
prize
carpeted
donated by
floor.
Next Level Racing to bring
Um,
them on that
things
one.
I will need to change in the
I
future.
Let's make some
rewatched the
pictures.
stream. Yeah. I rewatched the stream and it was nice to see a lot of first-time viewers.
I don't know what happened after my
Yeah,
last
so-
stream. We had a
Yeah,
whole
right.
bunch of new subscribers,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
then
Next Level Racing,
Microsoft
when we
seemed to
partnered
take
with
them
them
all
this
off. Not
last year,
Microsoft,
they're
what am I talking
based
about?
in Gold Coast,
YouTube
Australia.
seemed to take them
and they
all
had a
off
lot of
me.
people involved. You can watch the
So
stream,
they might
there's
be
a
in
studio set
bots
up, it
or
looked really cool.
people trying to play the
There's
game, but we
Flight
did
Simulator
get to
cockpits,
954. That was
camera,
our
and a big
our
monitor,
last
big
all-time high.
screen. It looked really sweet.
So if you want to
So they had a lot of staff involved.
help
and
support
so
the
they
channel
specifically
and help Lucky
requested
get some
that we do the
treats,
live
then
stream
please
during
do subscribe, and
business hours.
I hope we get some real subscribers and not just bots again tonight, or people who are trying to play that game.
So
Yeah. But I think it made sense, right?
Yeah.
But for us, it was literally 3 a.m. I believe, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So we did get a lot of first-time viewers, people who couldn't normally watch during our regular time for Fly-In Friday because they'd be sleeping. It's the middle of the night in Australia, New Zealand, Southeast Asia, etc. But they were able to attend on the Wednesday session. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
So our airspeed's about
Wow, Mr.
447
Typhoon says,
knots,
"Hey guys,
which is
first-time viewer here, excited to be flying along."
right on
Well, awesome. We're
track
glad to
with
have you
the speed
here.
everybody else is
Always
roughly
a pleasure to
targeting
welcome
today,
new
which is about
people.
400 knots.
I know
So
it
yeah,
says
we should all arrive
stage
roughly about the
6,
same time.
So you may be feeling a little
Let's
bit
see if I
bad
can move
because
this
it's the
map
first
so we
5
can
stages, but we're still
track
very,
everybody
very
else's
early in the world
flight
tour.
path.
You haven't missed all that much in the grand scheme of things.
No, if
Um,
anything, I would even start a week after this, if you have the choice.
Yeah, you miss all the transatlantic flights.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing a bit of cloud surfing.
Let's. I'll have a look at 450. Let's see what.
Look at how fluffy the clouds look like. Yeah, I saw yesterday the IMI Builds A300 was also added to the marketplace.
That's great.
Oh yeah,
Nice to see.
that's nice. There are a lot of things which are really
So yeah, I'm going to do some research afterwards, and if anybody's watching
Oh, yeah,
who
it's
knows, call out some aircraft I maybe want to look at
Well, every
on the
Friday, Peter,
marketplace.
that time.
2 hours time to fly.
Something with a
something.
nice glass cockpit, but that's a
And
bit
the flying is the
smaller and
problem, it's actually
agile
getting the aircraft.
than the airliner, because I would like to fly something a bit more agile.
I
Right,
don't think
like
that
that's
it-
that's a requirement.
Yeah, I don't think it's really interesting to look at me while I'm figuring out how to turn on the battery.
Well, sounds familiar.
It's fun.
All right, I'm definitely over open ocean now. No land in sight.
Yes.
Somebody's fly pizza. Interesting.
So goodbye, Iceland. We hardly knew you.
I wonder what
Yeah, it's
cameras
been too
I
short.
have.
Calgary Airport is on sale. I assume you mean in the sim, the add-on, not the
No,
real
for real.
I know the local economy in Calgary hasn't been doing so hot the last 8 or 9 years, but I don't think
But this-
they have to sell
this
the
is what-
airport yet.
Yet.
Welcome aboard the Pizza Phoenix.
What is served for dinner, Tom?
Pizza, but the pineapple is in the trash.
Drone.
So we just had plain margaritas.
But
I don't know how he
shockingly,
gets it to
CD
do
shared
that,
a link with me earlier this week.
Drone
with
flea fly
a,
round. Maybe he's doing it
pizza
himself. I
maker
don't know.
From Napoli,
Oh,
Maple.
yeah, I saw
He
that.
is now doing a pizza with pineapple.
Yeah. An
The opinions are
authentic
divided there.
Italian Napoli pizza maker has made a
I like some of
pineapple
these internal views where you
in
can
the
kind of feel
proper
like you're a
Italian
passenger.
style. And it's causing a lot of controversy.
Coming along for the ride.
The thing is, though, he's made it
It's causing a lot of
differently
controversy
than
here.
like the,
Yeah.
the traditional Hawaiian style pineapple pizza. For example, one thing he said, he's not using tomato sauce. He's using a white sauce, which he thinks pairs better with the sweetness of the pineapple.
Pizza blanco.
And he's also twice grilling the pineapple before he puts it on the pizza, so it gets like a caramelization to it. So it's almost like a dessert pizza.
That's an interesting view. I don't know why I would do that.
Share delivery.
So we're now, yeah, well into the water. And we are heading to our first waypoint,
I'm just
6115
watching
November.
My primary flight display and looking at all the aircraft whiz past me. Not all of them, of course, are visible in this sim. So I'm just seeing all these white planes go up on my screen. By the way, folks, if you liked the Lunar New Year video that we played at the top of the stream today and you would like to watch it again, it is live right now on our YouTube channel. Search for MSFS Official on YouTube. And it is on there. The Stim says, as an Air Force pilot, I'm very excited about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. My kid and I will love the missions and jobs to do together. Well, awesome. We love to hear that. Hopefully, in addition to your own Air Force service, but hopefully being able to try Microsoft Flight Simulator will inspire a love of flight and aviation in your kid. I know there's so many people as a community team, so many people that we talk to, real world pilots, people involved in aviation all over the world will come up to us when they see us at live events and say, my first start in aviation or what inspired me to become a pilot was playing Microsoft Flight Simulator when I was younger. We hear that all the time.
It was probably my first exposure to it, was watching my father play Flight Simulator. So yeah, I mean, inspired many people.
GB says, I thought Iceland was a small island until I tried to fly around the coast in the Kodiak. Well, I think we'd probably circumnavigate the entire coastline of Iceland in a Kodiak in maybe 4 hours. Sounds about right. Tom, do you agree?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Leviathan says, same for me. I started with Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and now I'm at my ATPL exam. Well, wow, congratulations.
Wow. I think
You've come a very long
I know
way in
him
a
too,
short
yeah.
period of time. If,
Yeah.
you started with Flight Sim 2020, and now you're training for an ATPL.
I think Levitkin and I started around the same time with our PPL.
Remember him from the NDA days.
Yes, the Alpha days. 4 long years ago, Tom. Can you imagine?
It's yeah. I realized this in January. I was like, it's 4 years. What?
I would really like them to give us some more information about 2024, though, when it's coming out.
500 knots in the
I'm gonna
737,
drop
doing,
probably
400 feet ground speed,
a
so I'm not-
ridiculous amount of money on that.
I'm still at a solid
I'll buy whatever the top
468.
tier version is because I want to play all the jobs and all the roles and all that stuff. And I'm sure it'll be buggy as hell.
Oh, yeah, I'm 100% throttle. Well, 96%.
Oh no, I mean I'm redlining the FMS. I'm not redlining the throttles.
Some bad kitties
Dougal says, opposite for me, lost my PPL for medical, so Microsoft Flight Sim is the best
said
VFR
not
race."
buying
You know,
MS
Dougal, we also
2024
hear that
until
story
I
a lot.
finish all the bush
A
fights.
lot of
That was
particularly
kind of
older
my thing.
retired pilots will come up to us that said they,
You all
they
missed it
aged
last
out
night. I
and,
was,
they're retirement age or their medical.
what was I doing
or
last
they
night?
failed the medical exam and they can't fly for real anymore.
Oh, I was watching the
And
Tucker
so
Carlson
Microsoft
interview.
Flight Sim is the- is still
And
pursuing
so
their
whilst doing
passion
that,
for
I
flight
did
above aviation.
the Pyrenees
Especially in VR.
bush fight. So now we've only got two
Very close to the real thing.
to do. We need to finish the Haiti one. So there's Haiti part 2 we need to do, and then there's the Hawaii one, and then we will complete all, or at least I will complete all of the bush fights
I remember when I first
in
joined the Flight
Flight
Sim
Simulator
team,
2020.
this is probably about 2.5 years ago now. There was a post on Reddit where it was a woman, I think probably in her 20s or maybe her 30s, who posted some photos of her father, who was a senior, who was battling a disease, retired pilot, hadn't been able to fly in real life for several years. He was sitting at a computer playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he had a huge smile on his face. And the daughter posted on Reddit that this really meant a lot to him, and he had sadly passed just recently after that photo had been taken. But being able to use Microsoft Flight Simulator and experience the joy of flight, even in a virtual setting, one last time, really meant a lot to him. And I really thought that was a very touching story.
It is. Yeah.
So I believe there is a Discord server that
Well, I just drew a line all the way around.
comes along
Iceland,
with
and
these.
it's 2,731
clients,
kilometers, so I'm not
Oh,
sure.
no,
it'll be
okay.
I
in
haven't-
4 hours.
Yeah,
it's probably
had a
closer
look
to
at
20
that.
hours then.
Yeah.
Well, in 4 hours that would be 500 kilometers an hour, which is if you have
So,
a decent fighter yet. You can do
Perhaps
that
I need to join
Kodiak,
that and
though.
see.
No.
No.
But my concern with streaming a Discord server is you have no idea what anyone's going to say.
All right, got lots of beautiful people in sight here. We got Ziddy, D-Drams, Have Blue, Laura Ziggy, Droid Hacker, Coder Dozer. I got an F-14 Tomcat who's flying in such tight formation with me that their nameplate is not showing up. Edarin, of course, in the Halo Pelican. Mia Scully, Taffy. Oh, it's Maple Wingman in the
I
Tomcat.
have a
Yukdog, Xenoc, Tuscan, Longitude, Gazfoon,
I'm not
Power Creep,
unclaimed. I can
Musical
log in.
Healer. Peter, I got you in sight, actually. There you are.
Oh,
See that?
My
Well, it's still
Discord's
behind
not
you.
logged in.
Yeah.
Lucky's rolling himself on the
weird.
floor, thinks I haven't
Dodo Craft.
noticed.
Babo way up there. Super high above me.
This is an unclaimed account.
Oxy 64.
It's not an unclaimed account.
Peter, I don't know if I'm in
I don't know what
your-
Discord's
I'd be at your
doing.
12 o'clock low.
I'll go back.
Kerbeck says Microsoft Flight Simulator, how to fly all the planes you can't afford IRL. Well, in my case, that's all the planes. Like,
yeah, exactly.
that's not entirely true. I can
I can never
afford
figure out how to use
sometimes rarely
Discord.
to rent a Cessna 172. But everything else, I can't afford.
I think I've flown all the planes I can afford in real life. and a bit more actually.
Yeah, I have a Discord login. Log me in.
Also the DA62.
The A62, I have also flown some helicopters, which I definitely cannot
Oh.
own.
Peter, what's the hourly wet rental rate for a DA62 in the Netherlands?
700.
Ooh, oh yeah, I
Euros.
cannot afford that.
Nope.
700 euros an hour
Yes.
to fly a
Right.
Diamond 62.
Right,
Now,
yeah.
is that with an instructor or is that solo?
No, just the plane.
Wow.
It was gas was included. Jet A1. But yeah, and that's
Okay.
so.
I walked in with
And
Discord.
even so, the heli is 900 an hour wet,
Let's see if I can
which isn't
connect to
fun
this.
anymore, right?
Yeah.
You can't do your PPL in that,
No.
or at least I can't.
And is that for a two-seat helicopter or four-seat?
5
Oh,
technically.
five-seat. Okay.
Yeah, 4, 5.
So if you
Four-ish.
were trained, you could, if you're bringing some friends on a sightseeing flight, you could split the cost.
wanna
and
see
it
people are
wouldn't go
saying.
that bad for
But
person.
even then,
If anyone's
right?
saying
because
anything on the Discord
I
channel.
made exactly the same thing. I did exactly the same thing in my head. So okay. So what if
so
I go
the-
through with this PPL and I do
The
get my
desktop
heli,
version is just updating. I
PPL
never
checked
use
out? I
Discord.
can do it in a cheaper heli than that I flew in. Because I did a few hours with an instructor, mainly just for fun. Just for flight. And then I thought, okay, so what if I then transfer to a 300? That's the little two-person helicopter, which is still 350 or 400 an hour. Still isn't fun, and you can get like 1 hour of fuel because otherwise you'll be overweight with my size. And then so, say I would have my helicopter PPL and I would be able to fly the $900 an hour helicopter. Even when I get some friends who are mad enough to pay $200 an hour to go flying with me,
Yeah.
it would be a one-off, right? Well,
Yeah, they wouldn't do it regularly. That's true.
People
Like you said,
streaming
a lot of friends.
in this Discord, as far as I
and
can
on top
tell.
of that, you still have to go from
But they're
airport to
streaming
airport. It's not
Call
that
of
you can
Duty. I don't
randomly land
understand.
with a helicopter. I mean, you can, but by law you can't. So, in that case, it makes way more sense to actually go for an aircraft, because you go from airport to airport anyway. An aircraft is much cheaper, both in getting your PPL and the hourly rate. It's less cool. I'll immediately give you that. But for me, that was the way more feasible option to do. And now, when I get some friends, so a wet Cessna is to 20-ish an hour. Still a lot of money. But if you have 3 friends and you can split it up by 4, it's only like 50 euros an hour, which is doable.
Right.
And people will spend 50 euros to fly with you. People won't spend 200 euros to fly with you.
Correct.
It's a dinner. Exactly.
So I see on my screen we got Edarin, of course, always flies the Halo Pelican. If you watch the developer live stream last week,
Wow, there's a
the
million
Dune
verification
expansion
steps
for Microsoft Flight Simulator
for
Yeah.
this
launches
server.
pretty
This
soon,
is insane.
which will have a flyable ornithopter from the based of course on the original Frank Herbert book, but as seen in the upcoming movie Dune Part 2.
We will do an ornithopter flight, right?
Well,
Well,
looks like
I
I'm
think
in now
so.
though. I
I
can see a
think it
bunch
makes
of
sense
other
we'll do a
channels
world
now.
tour stage flying the ornithopter. But
Okay,
my
community
question
flying,
specifically
there
is
are
to
some
Edarin,
people
he
now.
seems to be a fan of science fiction based aircraft. Do you think you'll stick with the Pelican, or do you think you'll move over to the ornithopter?
I mean, the Pelican does have some nice features, like opening doors and stuff like that. And I'm not sure. I believe there's a mod which makes most of the cockpit clickable and functional.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yes.
So what's interesting, there was a behind-the-scenes video we shot during, I think, the Xbox Bethesda showcase last year when we revealed the Dune expansion for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Jorg was actually in the warehouse where the actual
It's a
production
weird looking
company
server.
that's making
I've never fully
the
understood Discord.
Dune
But
picture back
yeah,
there,
maybe
pictures
next
of
time we'll
Warner
try
Brothers. So the warehouse
listen to one
where
of
the
those community
prop that
channels
they
and see
used
what
in
kind
the
of things they're
movie,
talking
the
about.
actual shooting prop of the ornithopter cockpit and like the
Have we
mock-up
just
thing.
lost everybody?
And they were talking with the production designer, the Academy Award-winning production designer from Dune and Dune Part 2. And in the lore of the Dune
Where did they all
series, this
go?
all takes place in the backstory, thousands of years before what we see in the book and on screen. But in the lore of Dune, thinking machines and computers are outlawed because apparently there are, thousands of years before the story, there was like a
Where am
robot
I?
uprising. And so going forward in the future,
Okay.
any kind of
There's somebody
computing
dug
devices
down a little
no
bit, but
longer exist in the distant future.
everybody
of
else
Dune.
is.
And so you think the
I have
ornithopter has
no
a very,
idea.
futuristic computerized cockpit display, but it actually doesn't. So, to be lore accurate to Frank Herbert's vision of in Dune, the Ornithopter has all analog instrumentation, and that's going to be reflected in the version that will appear in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
That's awesome. I love that.
They must be too far away from me.
I
They're
hope
no
it will
longer
be a
showing.
handful to fly.
There must be a distance limitation
Like a proper helicopter.
for them to show up. So I guess we'll catch back up with them as we
Well,
get
it's
closer to
explicitly
the
not an ornithopter.
destination airport.
Ornithopter.
A helicopter
like-
flies by rotating a wing and creating lift that way. An ornithopter
Well, we'll close that.
flies
Let you see a bit
by
more of
flapping
the
its wings like a bird.
world.
I
Then
think
there's no
the
point in
ornithopter falls into
having that
the
when we
area
can't
that we
see
like, where it very
who else is all
graciously
around next to
makes
us.
use of the
Nobody
laws
called
of
out in the
physics.
chat that
And a helicopter
that we had lost
uses
everybody.
brute force to beat the law of physics to their liking.
Yeah.
we
I
are
think it falls
yeah.
into the first
now
category.
making contact with Shannon Center. Familiar with that? I had to speak to them when I did my
And it
cross-country
just depends how
qualification
fast
flight.
the- Yeah, honestly, I couldn't
I
tell you.
did I did
Just watching the
Scotland,
trailer,
England, and
yeah,
Northern
of
Ireland,
course the movie's coming out
all
soon,
on the
so
same
I'm
day.
psyched up to watch it. So I
and
watched
that
the
was my
movie trailer,
cross-country
then I watched
qualifier
the
flight. I
DLC.
was
Um,
I just wanted to knock them all out in one go.
pretty awesome,
That was a
I
really
have to
great
say.
flight. I have the videos actually on the channel. So if you want to relive that with me, go and watch my cross-country qualifier flight video. I believe it was Dundee. Completely forgotten now.
Pretty hefty
Because
flight
there's
there.
two names for the airport in Northern Ireland.
Indeed. Bit bumpy too.
No, it's straight.
Somebody in the chat tell me.
Using live weather.
Of course. We always do.
of course.
I'm currently, according to my flight computer, 15 minutes out from our touch and go in the Faroe Islands. Okay,
How
something
was-
is going on with my display on Twitch. It says the stream currently only has 3 viewers. That is almost certainly not right.
I'm also seeing 3 viewers.
I'm also seeing 3 views, so it's probably right.
Yeah,
So
we're
it's
the only
me,
3 watching.
Tom, and Peter.
Yeah.
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
He hasn't his
It's a private
intercept
stream
on
at this
every
point.
ILS in this
Yeah.
airport,
Nice.
so that's
So we can say whatever we want.
that's at
yeah.
least
Now,
nice.
now it's showing
Spectators.
1 viewer. So we've
Oh,
lost.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
Really? That's what I can
I'm
see.
sure that's a bug. In
I can
Twitch.
see 177.
Nah,
Right?
Probably have 1 viewer. Since chat is also silent. Yeah.
Right. Now we just ignore chat. Like, see, nothing's happening.
I mean, I could do a F5. Let's see what happens.
So what do we think? Do we
Front page
think
Twitch like we had before?
we will
Yeah.
capture the
5,000
ILS tonight?
5,000 viewers, yeah.
177. Yeah.
So I mean, clearly there's like dozens of people talking in chat.
Should
but
be.
Twitch is
There's
showing up
cat.
as 1 viewer, so that's obviously a display issue. It's not accurately reflecting our viewer numbers.
There's Cat 3 at this airport, so
Well, now that we're in cruise,
we should
I'll-
capture it.
Oh, I like
Get
it.
some pizza.
Comment here. It shows that the Microsoft Flight Simulator community is 1.
Ah.
Yeah. Same here. It was 177, and now it's back to 1. Oh well.
No, back to Lego building. I have
Yes.
not touched it since 2 weeks, so the
Ah.
dedication.
I have some projects in the pipeline, but I still have to wait for some.
But I did build something else in the meantime. I'll get it.
Of course you did.
It was a birthday present.
Ooh.
Show us, Tom.
He is going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, we're getting jumpy memory buffs. So look at performance, see what's happening there. Temperatures and pressures all look good. So there shouldn't be any reason for that.
Phoenix
let
is
me close
asking if
that
we were
camera
pizza delivery.
panel.
Well, Tom, You're actually
Don't need
delivering
that.
pizza in your plane.
Don't need the agency
yes,
panel right
yes.
now.
Turn it on.
Lena's asked any catch-up points in today's flight.
The Roku. Is it Lego?
Yeah, rocker. Yeah.
Oh, Roker. Yeah.
It's
What is
basically
that?
like a marble. Marble.
Marble.
run.
Yeah. So it's you'll get it as a some assembly required. It's laser cut.
Some,
wood,
yes.
laser cut wood pieces. So you actually have to assemble it fully.
And you turn this thing. And the chocolates go, the sweets. Oh, there's a nice detail. There's
Yeah,
a chef dancing there in the background.
I have the original. Good story is. What's it called? The
Marble Run?
original- the Marble Run. Yeah. Thank you.
But
That's
they
really-
also have a fully working pinball machine. And I'm
Yeah,
actually
that's- yeah.
interested in trying that one.
You actually do need a bigger house now, do you?
Well, why do you think we're moving soon?
Yes, we are doing a touch and go in the Faroe Islands. We also have another touch and go in Donegal, Ireland, on the flight plan today.
Well, touch and go. I guess it'll be fly and go.
I think I'll skip that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not doing any touch and goes. Not in this thing. But as I say, that's
Well, I
why
have been to
I
the Faroe
want.
Again, we always have this debate.
Yes, that's the
Caleb
one.
said
Yes.
this
So
before
yeah,
the
it
show,
was.
we talked about this, because last week
It was
said
Dundee. Yeah,
Curaçao, does that count as
Londonderry,
Netherlands?
and
But I've been to the Faroe
somewhere
Islands,
in the
so does
north
that
of
count as
England.
visiting Denmark?
I could look it up. I should. I've got time.
I
We're
think
just
we had someone
cruising.
from Denmark saying
Um,
last week that yes,
It does count.
counts.
I mean,
I want to say it
Yeah, what
starts
do we
with
know?
Right?
a C,
You
but
know more than
that
me,
doesn't really
because
help
we
me,
don't
does it?
have anything.
Be my channel. Last thing I want to do is overstress my internet though.
JD, we need more views. How can I help? Well, if you would like to share Community Fly-In Friday with your friends, if you're on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, we always post the information for Community Fly-In Friday. You do the things that all social media influencers tell you to do. Like, comment, retweet, etc. Spread the word.
I mean, we hold on.
I mean these streams specifically are kind of boring to watch.
Where is that
You
flight?
should really go back to exploring the world again.
Well,
Seriously, we
we-
just
this is our last transoceanic
Oh, last one. I
flight
know.
for a long time.
we have 80,000 members
it
in
is.
our Discord server. Maybe next week I'll just ping at everyone, and it'll bring in some viewers.
Did we pass the 80?
Carlisle.
79,978.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was a C.
I think.
I know
So yeah,
I know we were
Londonderry,
close.
Carlisle, and Dundee, all in one day.
JD said you're part of actual Microsoft. Yes, I am. I'm a paid employee of the Microsoft Flight Simulator team. I'm one of the community managers. Also, my colleague Jane, Inquest, and Chewy are the other community managers on our
See,
team.
my memory's
Microsoft.
terrible, right?
Peter
I
and
never
Sam
claimed
Bob
to
are
have a
community
good memory.
volunteers.
It's probably
They're
still better than
people just
Biden's,
like you, fans of
but,
Flight Simulator, and they've
uh,
been with Community Fly
yeah.
Friday from day one.
Also, you say something wrong on a
Yeah,
live
that's
stream,
another way to say no social life. but
people
sure.
will shoot
Yeah.
you down.
Sorry, Jay Dizzy. There, our bot got a little bit overzealous, accidentally banning you. We've removed your ban, so you can post again. Just, I guess, be careful with the all caps.
Well, there it
Oh,
goes.
Nope,
you're getting
that-
green screen.
Nice.
That doesn't work at
Anyway,
all.
There's no
He's got
camera.
some really nice auto cameras going on. I don't know how he's doing that.
Where did I?
All right, I'm 62 nautical miles from the Faroes.
Let me have a look. I'll go back into the cockpit. It's called in range.
Is it smart cam?
72 miles. Yeah. 8 minutes 42 seconds.
That's kind of ridiculous. Pointing at runways that are hundreds of miles away. Oh, someone's playing music. I hope that's YouTube safe music.
This is a G3X avionics in the L39, isn't it? Touchscreen.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
So
the
this
widescreen
will-
version. This
yeah.
is the version that will be updated. Yes.
Exactly. If you saw the news in Sim Update 15, which is coming next month,
So there is somebody coming with me.
G3X is getting a complete overhaul from working title. So that's really exciting.
Uh oh, there's a tomcat behind me.
He's squawking 7500.
Not yet. I don't hope he's about to give me some international
Keep up foreign relations.
keeping up foreign relations.
He's communicating.
Yes, sir.
And quoting Top Gun never gets old.
This guy must
Apparently, I've
be
heard this, that at the real Navy fighter weapons.
on a way above. No, he's not way above. He's not way
anyone there
below. He's
gets
just,
fined
again
if they
showing
kill
on the
a lot of
VFR map,
people
but
who
he's
do
not
Top Gun. I can imagine.
showing on my
I don't
screen.
care.
I must be
I'd be
just
like,
way above them all.
I would do it.
You would be buffed because of all the push-ups you had to do.
When we get a bit closer to land, I'll bring us down a bit so we can get hopefully a bit of a nicer view as we fly by the western Scottish Isles.
Share a few photos of what the real Faroe Islands look like. Some absolutely amazing coastal mountain scenery.
But yeah, as they haven't got to their first
I've been
touch and
there.
go point yet, I'm not worried about
So yeah, look at that.
About it.
But sailing past the Faroe Islands. Looks like hopefully we'll be able to see this in the sim. We fly past.
Oh, that's beautiful.
There's another view.
Where's Lucky hiding? Lucky, go
Really
in your place.
Striking, spectacular North Atlantic.
Good boy. Down.
Stark cliff face
Down.
jutting out in the middle of the ocean.
Good boy.
So this is, I'm beginning to think the CDL plans his Microsoft fly-in routes around his holiday photo collection. Well,
Yes.
no, it's just like we're doing a world tour. Like we're going to every world capital. I've been to a lot of places, but I haven't been to every country. I've been to, I counted them all up, low 30s is the number of countries I've been to.
Oh right. Oh, that isn't even that much, is it?
No, I mean there's something like
Two, 200.
a little over
Or-
200 UN member
Or little,
states,
or
something
a little
like that.
under 200, I believe. I think I've lost
190
it.
something. It's
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Approximately 200, give or take, plus or minus 10, I believe. And I've been to 30 some out of almost 200, so that's like 15%.
Yeah, something like that.
So I've barely scratched the surface of exploring the world.
Haven't we all? Even if you would have visited every country, you still would have been not anywhere on so many places. Does that make sense?
All right, playful kids, gotta go. Well, thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. Texas says in a few months you've been to every country in Flight Sim. Honestly, I think it's going to be a few years, not a few months.
If
No,
you
not
would
a few
fly-
years. I think more than 1 year to do the full community fly-in world tour. Oh, by the
Yeah,
way, look
but-
at this. I just raised the cloud layer on my sim, and now I got the Faroe Islands in sight. Look at that. Actually looks just like my photo that I just showed you. Look at
Oh,
those
it's
cliff
beautiful.
faces coming out of the ocean.
Oh yeah.
We'll even use more than one simulator version.
That's true.
Hopefully.
That's a good point. I think we will still be doing the world tour after the launch of Flight Simulator 2024. All right, I'm at 10,000 feet. I should probably start my descent here. Let's descend down to 2,000.
Can you switch it
I sure can.
for this? It's a good shot.
Be careful I don't play other audios that I shouldn't be playing on stream.
Say what you want, but the particle engine is pretty impressive.
I can say what I want.
Super
No, it
Typhon has got a cool cool fact in the flight here. They said if the weather is clear and dry, you can see right across from the Faroes to Iceland. I doubt that. I don't think that's true.
Nah.
There is a human limit because of the curvature of the Earth.
It all depends on what altitude you are, right?
True. I think he's saying from ground level. I don't
Yeah,
think that's true.
That's
that would
not
be pretty
possible.
impossible.
Yeah.
I think you can look at like 25 miles,
Yeah.
maybe 30, and that's about it because of the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
When being on sea level, that is.
All right, look at these cliff faces here as I descend now. I'm just passing through 4,000 feet.
I have you inside, CD.
Oh, cool. Do I have you in sights? Oh, yeah, there you are to my 6 o'clock eye. Oh, you just disappeared. But yeah, look at... Oh, man. Look at that scenery. This... no, seriously, that is so cool.
It is. It's a pretty,
The
pretty
reflection in the water and the stark cliff face.
It's a pretty detailed hike now.
Oh, I've got to admit, I'm a little bit gutted that they changed the flight path and didn't announce it on the other page. Because it was more fun last time when we could see everybody
Keith
else.
Strucker says, hi. Well, hello to you and welcome in. Yeah, Super Tom, I agree. It is a mirage. You can't really see that far. Okay, I'm 5 miles to the runway and I can't see. I better turn off. Oh, there it is. all the player nameplates for covering up the runway. Should I full send and do a straight in approach, or should
Yes,
I?
sure.
Yes.
Really?
Slip
Oh.
it in.
You see how
Always.
close I am?
Always do a full send, CD.
But apparently it's like a sort of a pyramid shape, like the middle of the
There we go.
runway is the
My
highest
zoom
point.
wasn't. I don't like the auto
Okay,
zoom.
gears down unlocked. All right, don't do this at home, folks. This is bad pilot is bad.
Everyone doing it at home right now.
Everyone doing it. Literally everyone is doing it.
Literally.
Yeah, don't do as I'm doing here. This is not good flying.
Looks like
Yeah, the
they
Microsoft
can't
guys,
feel
when they
it
do
from
these,
the-
they have all realism like turned off, so they can just do whatever they want and nothing crashes. They have no fuel consumption. All the rest of it. I'm
Yeah,
fine
might
with
be
like
going to that
almost full realism turned
motion
on.
simulator again.
I think the only thing is also
No,
rudder because I
actual captain.
hate fighting rudders.
Oh, okay. So that's no fun.
But I even can't
Well,
use that one. And in the bush
guess not,
trips,
no.
I have to fly manual
Because
rudder.
he'll do
even. So
everything.
even that's
He'll be
complete
annoyed when I do
full
something wrong.
Yeah, and you can just sit there
full
and look.
realism.
Yeah.
I hate hearing that stall warning.
No.
Whoa! Right on the center line for the touchdown. I
Oh.
veered a little bit to the right afterwards, but that's not bad.
Acceptable.
So where are we? Is it time for us to
And
start?
Rotate.
Yeah, why not?
Positive rate
Let's do a
gear
bit
up.
of a descent. Let's go down by 10,000.
Peter going over to your POV.
Oh yeah, mine is. As you can see, I'm skipping the.
So we'll just pop that in.
Oh, you're skipping the touchdown. I'll go back to my
Yeah.
POV then, so we can see the scenery here in the Faroes. What? Man, it's so cool. I'm just awestruck by this.
My
Like
time is
these,
limited, so.
these sheer cliff faces popping out of the ocean.
And hopefully as we come down we'll see,
And like I've been here in real life, and it still looks incredible, even in this sim.
and as we approach the islands, we're still quite a bit out, but we will see we'll see some stuff. We might even come down to 10,000 feet. I mean, got plenty of fuel.
Do I have a clipper command up like Jackson? I don't have a command. I'll tell you, I have a 3080 Ti. I'm running at 1440p resolution. It's obviously downscaled to 1080p for Twitch. So I'm seeing on my monitor 1440p. You're seeing on the broadcast 1080p. And I'm running basically everything on ultra and terrain level of detail set to 300. So those are my settings. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can't really see the frame rate counter in the top right corner of my screen, but I'm getting 48 frames per second right now. Definitely acceptable for this level of graphics quality.
Yeah, it's probably all CPU bounded anyway, right? Or isn't it?
And that area is
I've got
pretty
a
easy.
12th gen Intel i9 CPU, so I'm not sure. Look at that bit of scenery there. This is so cool. So this is the town. I'm apologies, any Faroese speakers of Orshan, I believe it's pronounced. And this is the town in the Faroes that I actually visited myself. There's a fortress, World War II fortress, sort of right there. You see, there were like coastal defense cannons set up there during World War II. 64 gigs of RAM.
Wow. 64.
And some of the houses.
I mean, I'm
here,
running
in the
32.
Faroes, their roofs
You can't
are
need
made
that
of
for this, because I mean,
grass.
with everything
They've
running, I've got the
soil and
stream
grass
running,
growing on their rooftops.
a couple of Chrome tabs running, and the simulator I'm running 13 gigs of RAM. I'm actually using, I've got 32. He doesn't need 64. I don't know what he's using that for.
All right. Well, bye-bye to the Faroe Islands.
I am descending and maintaining flight level 280.
Back to see how Tom's doing.
Checking in on the cockpit, enjoying the sunset. And I'm just in the magenta line with the other people.
Oh, Peter, I once again have you in sight. You're now at my 12 o'clock high since you skipped that touch and go.
Yeah, I reckon. You probably somehow catch up.
Well, I got a ground speed of 462, true airspeed of 463.
I thought I was seeing ground,
I've also got a
but
target
no,
of
it's just
464.
scratches on the window.
Oh,
Wow,
my-
that
my
level of
tail wind
detail.
25 knots has diminished.
I thought that was ground. I thought, oh, I'm seeing
And now
ground.
from the side, poor me.
Yes,
No.
when it goes south, it's not so ideal.
It was not meant to be.
Well, it's beautiful up here. It's fine.
Oh, our viewer numbers are working again. we no longer have one viewer according to Twitch.
196, I'm seeing.
Yeah, same. I think that's probably accurate. Then again,
This is interesting. We're not a monetized channel. We don't make any money from Twitch from doing these broadcasts. We don't get any share of the ad revenue or anything like that. But if I was a full-time professional streamer and this was my day job and this is how I earned a living and this is how I paid my rent, and if there was a glitch in Twitch that showed I had wrong viewer numbers, would I still get the proper share of my ad revenue? Because that makes a big
Yes.
difference. Like that would really make a legitimate difference in a lot of professional streamers' lives.
but doesn't it count on ads served or something?
I honestly don't know how it works.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, asking for a friend.
Stuxted is saying Murph is still at 0 viewers. So yeah, I mean, I know Murph's not a full-time streamer, right? Like he's a hobbyist streamer. I don't think that's his full-time day job. But still, you know, it's a good side hustle for him. He makes, you know, a decent bit of income from Twitch. So would he be impacted by a bug that shows he has 0 viewers? I honestly don't know.
I think it's not that heavy. I think it counts the ads served when you join the channel.
Look at this, more beautiful scenery here. Below,
Yeah,
wow,
sick.
that is so cool.
Gonna speed up a little bit. We're a little bit slow for what I want to be doing.
Yeah, I agree with Marky. Could just be a bug in Twitch's UI, in which case they would likely still count views and impressions properly.
Right.
I think it is. Yeah.
Honestly,
It
the
goes back up to about 320
as someone
knots,
who
I think.
formerly streamed on a personal channel before I joined the Flight Sim team and did it professionally, unless you're a super big streamer with tens of thousands of viewers, the amount of money you make a month from ad revenue is honestly, it's a pittance. I was getting maybe
Because
5
I
or
can't have
$10
us
a month
being
from
so
that
far
share.
behind everybody else.
Most of the income I made on my personal Twitch channel was from subscribers, gift subs, and bits. Hardly anything from ad revenue.
If you recalculate it back to an hourly rate, it's pretty poor, isn't it?
Yeah, I was
Maybe-
not making quit your day job money with streaming on Twitch. I'll put
No,
it
but
that way.
even if you make the amount of quit your day job money, you have to stream a lot of hours for that. It's not that if not that it's easy money. You know, you still
No.
have to work 8 hours for it a day.
Well, and this
least.
is the thing. It's not even so much that you're streaming 8 hours a day. It's all the hustle and promotion and marketing and getting your brand and advertising your stream and things like that. That takes up a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's what. So that's what I mean. It's still a day job. It's a different day job, but still
Yeah.
a day job, and not the most fun one as well.
So push
next to
that.
stream,
Yeah, speed a
So
bit
building
because
your
we're
brand, doing the promotion.
we're just not. You know, we don't want to be
t-shirts,
dragging
stuff
our
like that,
tails. Maybe we'll go
So, you
to.
know, people who say, "Oh, I can't believe these people that like, they
3:30.
get paid to play video games." Well, no, it's not that simple. It's legitimate work. They put the hours in for sure.
And even playing video games is kind of work. I mean, I'm also sitting in the office the whole day watching a computer screen. I'm not necessarily playing games, but I do like what I'm doing. So for me, it's kind of like playing a game, as in it's a puzzle.
That's what I heard from a couple of YouTubers, like big names that are, well, not definitively stopping, but they're like taking a break. And they say the moment the creative part of what you like gets overshadowed by the business side of everything,
Yeah,
then it's time to...
It's a job. Then it's
Yeah.
a job.
Because then you have to start looking at partnerships, or maybe someone wants to sponsor, and that's all time you're not working on the video you want to make.
It's always a job. Everything is a job.
And that was
But
the
it's
thing,
how do you
even
spend
when
your
I was on
time?
my-
Do
my
you
personal
enjoy it?
channel, I streamed what I wanted to stream. Again, it wasn't a day
Who's
job.
doing
I
all
had
the
no
ranting?
intention of quitting my day job
We're
and
doing the
giving up
community
full-time
fly-in
streaming.
with
So I
Microsoft
didn't
and
care if I was
Asobo.
getting
So
thousands of viewers,
all the
you know, enough
the chatting that
to
you're
make
hearing
a
that's
full-time
not me
living
is
doing
the
it. I just
the
wanted
live
to
stream
have
from
fun and be creative
Microsoft Flight
and do
Simulator
something
to the actual
for community.
community team over there,
know,
who
fun
are
and
live
fancy.
on Twitch. You should be able to
Um,
see them in the top right of the screen.
You know, it's not like I was chasing, you know,
It's kind of fun flying in with them
chasing
because
the
I
money
I don't
and
have to do all the
then, you know,
talking.
sacrificing
I
my
can focus
creative
on the
vision
flying
and my
sometimes.
personal enjoyment
Just trying
for
to
the sake of
speed
making a living
our
doing it.
plane up a little bit because I think we're behind the community now. But obviously I don't want to overstress the aircraft because that will just cause me no end of grief. I could actually turn off that setting in realism
Approach.
if I wanted to just
Right, I'm 463 knots ground speed, 368 nautical miles to Donegal, our next touch and go.
yeah, so he's
So
done
we'll
the
be
first touch
in
and go,
Ireland.
and he's over to do the next one. We haven't even passed the first one yet.
What one way should we get?
You have a chart?
But
for
yeah, I mean,
Donegal
you know,
airports?
I fly several times a week anyway in the
Yeah.
evenings, and
Uh,
my theory is I'm flying anyway, so
Guess the
why
one we're
not
flying
stream
towards
and
to is
take
gonna
you
be
on the journey
Donegal.
with me if
yeah,
I'm doing
that's,
these things.
one-way
I have a job. This
Hold on.
this channel will never
See
be
that.
my job,
Twitch
and I wouldn't want it to be.
wrong window.
But you know, if I can share my flights with the community and bring people some sort of entertainment whilst I'm just doing my
Yeah,
thing,
this
then so
Yep.
so be it.
Kinda works.
Okay, I find this amusing, by the way. Stuxit says I should not fly in real time. The landscape is a bit boring. Meanwhile, I was going gaga over the Faroe Islands and how pretty I thought it was there. What's the true airspeed of the leader pack? Ajax, I'm currently have a true airspeed of 464 knots, ground speed of 464 knots as well.
Yeah, same 464, exactly the same. So I think we have the BOM L 1 Tango arrival.
I skipped on the star.
Oh yeah, we can skip the start.
Because it was 10 left, but it's no longer used currently, so I'll have to reconfigure later.
I also was checking departure instead of arrivals. Bad pilot.
Oh, nice.
I know, right? Okay, so yeah, but still the bomb email one. Or yeah, let's see. Do we have a purchase?
Phoenix is asking, is it dark in real time? I'm gonna guess
Oh,
yes.
yes.
We're at a very
Yeah.
northerly latitude.
Yes.
Here in the
Yeah, it's gonna.
Faroes.
Yes, it's dark in
And at
Ireland.
this time of year, it's winter in the
Wow.
northern hemisphere, and the further north you go, the more hours of darkness in the day.
There we go.
But that was for 10, but it's no longer used because of wind. But up to you, Peter, if you're up for a challenge.
That's for runway 10, yeah. I mean, we could do 28 left. What's the current wind? I have no clue.
Good question.
I
Pull up
know,
the
right?
METAR.
You can see it there on information.
Weather.
On the top. Yeah, weather there, yeah.
1330 2 knots, so that's not very
Oh,
good.
2 knots. That's basically calm. Choose any runway you like.
That's it, exactly. So we'll do a 10 then, because we have the proper procedures for that. We'll do an ILS runway. Yeah, why not? Transition
Ice
ILS.
Flyboy says Iceland is completely dark now. IRL.
Yeah, I'll do a runway 10 left ILS with IFBOP in transition.
Flight Simmer 74 says the days are really getting brighter now up here in northern Norway. Location Echo November Tango Charlie.
Yeah, here too. It's already noticeable.
IFBOP initial approach fix. Load.
So when we get to Gum
We'll
Up,
do a direct,
I'll start descending again.
because why not? Or at least I think we are currently en route. Yeah. Oh wait, Donegal. Yeah. I mean, I was looking for Dublin, of course. Oh, but you asked Donegal, right?
Well, right now I'm just trying
Yes,
to
you were talking
make
about
sure
the,
that I'm
the
keeping up with
changeover.
everybody
Yeah,
because
no, I was talking about the final airport.
I can't
Oh,
see
wow.
anybody anymore on the
Yeah.
VFR map.
Donegal. There you go.
I hope they'll all appear roughly at the same time as me. I've lost that one that was following me behind. He's
Approach runway
way behind now. Don't know how slow he's going, but
03
way behind.
or a 1-rate 21, I guess.
Yes. I've got Mahama Blend is flying off my wingtip and Antonov 225.
So you have a localizer runway 21.
All right, we got the METAR here from Big in chat. Winds are 090 at 12 knots.
That's that's sporty.
Yeah, so 12 knots is not choose any runway you like. 12 knots is land in the proper runway.
Yeah, but that 090? Yeah, so you would go for runway 03 then. Which is completely opposite from where you're coming.
People are
So
starting to
0
reappear.
So you get still get quite a bit of a crosswind then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they are
but-
coming
yeah,
in.
and
They're coming in now.
crosswinds at that as well.
So we should start to see them appearing on our left. There's that F-22. And so I would expect to start seeing everybody else popping up in the next few minutes.
Configured.
Hi Cyrus.
According to my
Lucky
flight
keeps
management
staying
system,
away
I'm
from his
41 minutes
his
ETA
spot.
from
Lucky, go in your place.
for
The
ETA.
viewers want to see you. You're a star. Place. Good boy. Down.
Bit more like
Tom, you happily building Lego at the moment?
Yes, that's where we are right now.
What are you building?
Still the Ford GT.
Oh, the 40T, of course, yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, definitely gonna look for something a bit more sporty for the next one.
It's like I'm now only doing the turn above.
Especially if we're going over the land a bit more and
the
not
islands.
across transatlantic. Because when we're flying a bit lower, I want to be able to go and
hang on.
take you past the points of interest and
Look
things
who
that are on the
showed
way
up.
there.
Right there. I gotta give you there. External camera. We got Hex and the Dark Star. I'm assuming it's Hex. I can't see the nameplate, but who else would it be? Of course. The legend himself. Hex the legend flying the Dark Star.
Hex is from Italy, right? I think when we're flying in Italy. You should
Well,
join,
okay, Tom, I think you just volunteered. Chat, where are you from? And Tom's gonna read out all your
No,
locations.
no. I have a network issue. Chat is frozen for me.
Yeah.
Gibraltar,
Yeah,
Calgary.
I'm seeing another one come in now.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're starting to pop in.
Yes, Italy. Hungary,
On the
Brazil,
VFR
Czech
map now.
Republic, Virginia, Chattanooga, Norway, Luxembourg, Swansea, Wales, Toronto, Canada, Germany, Scotland, Australia, Ontario, Canada, Germany, Canada, Netherlands, South Africa, Oklahoma, Michigan.
Now I'm starting to see more and more of them
Mexico,
popping up.
Mars, okay. Norway must be terrible latency. France, Japan, Norway.
The latency
Czech
here is
Republic.
terrible because
Wow, chat is making
somebody chose
kinda easy.
Southeast Asia as a server
New
we were going to
Zealand
use,
via Los Angeles. Huh. Wales.
which is the
Hafnarfjordur,
worst ping rate for me.
Iceland.
Nice pronunciation on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Austria. Come on, chat. What's this? Okay, Reykjavik. I think chat is kind of sleeping with this cruising.
Can blame them.
Yeah, everybody's reading
Alright,
Twitter
sure.
or doing something different because
Well,
you know
and of course, your
what else are you
panel,
going to do in a long cruise
you
like
got me
this?
from Vancouver, Canada.
Doesn't get interesting
You've
for
got
about another half an hour.
Sim Thomas from Belgium, and Peter is from the Netherlands.
Yeah, see, Icefly Boys says it was really good. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be rolling out that good. Like, I'll just go with it.
All right, Tom. Extra hard mode challenge. Can you properly pronounce the famous volcano in Iceland?
There, I said it.
Yeah, you did.
The Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull.
Because the end is like Jökull. I remember all the news anchors had to really practice on that.
It's also a bit crude to name a volcano which can potentially erupt, something like that.
Scottish Center, MyAirMyles 1123, flight level 280.
I like the hardest karaoke song in the world. It's from the Icelandic Tourist Board. Oh, it's so fun.
Is it Easy.
Yeah, it would be nice if every time we fly in a certain country, we have someone from that country on stream.
I mean, actually we do. I mean, next week Two-Tone will be there, right?
Next week,
Yes.
by the way, we have a double feature next week. We're flying from Dublin, Ireland to London, UK, and we got Two-Tone and Alison Johnson joining
Right,
us
so-
as guests next week.
So we got that covered, Tom.
We do have local
I guess after
representation
that-
from both countries we're visiting next week.
And the week after that we have Holland
go.
and Belgium. So
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
covered as
then
well.
the two of us won't be here, but
Yeah.
yes, good luck.
You're not?
No, joking.
And then the week after that we do probably France, and Jane was in France, so that
Well,
counts.
now,
I mean, so that counts.
I guess we have to take a flying cookie, maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Or, CD, you just ask Seb, he won't mind on a Friday evening.
You won't.
Yeah, let's
And-
ask Seb to give up his Friday evening to work more on
Although-
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
If
I-
I'm
I-
not mistaken, he is German, no? Don't think a lot of
Yeah.
people know that. Because he's from the same area that Jorg is from.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, his last name Glock. That doesn't sound like a French last name, but what do
Not
I
at
know?
all. It does
No.
sound German.
I mean,
Yeah.
Martial, he is. Yes, he's from
He's
France.
proper French.
Yeah,
Okay,
Massard,
let's
that's definitely a French.
Request another
Yeah.
descent, I think.
So that's your today I learned.
Another
Okay, so,
10,000.
Ice Flyboy has given you the ultra hard mode.
I saw, yeah. It's,
Yeah, let's drop now, are we?
I'll mute myself and I say it.
Descend and maintain flight level 180 MyAirMyles.
I will drop speed a little bit on this descent, just
Wow, that was perfect, Tom.
Right? Really rolled off
so we
the
don't
tongue.
overspeed the
Yeah.
aircraft as we're coming down.
Like you're a native.
Ah, maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
You're like that BBC weather presenter.
Oh, yeah.
in Wales,
Yes.
the town in Wales.
The town in Wales, he didn't even flinch.
I mean, who was gonna say he was wrong?
Fair.
Like, yeah, sure,
Welsh
close
people.
enough. Yeah.
But I don't want to lose that ground speed. I want to keep my speed up. Oh look, there's the Concorde
Also a bit
coming in
annoyed
at
because
54,000
my
feet.
colleague that I always
Wow.
do the drone work with,
So that was the
he's,
Concorde we saw.
He's like for one day in
As we're
Antarctica,
departing, people
for
are
sure.
starting to appear.
It's
Oh
just
wow!
like, yeah, he told me, yeah, I'm
They're
going
starting to
to
appear all
Antarctica
around me
next
now.
weekend. It's like, what?
Oh. Yeah.
For one day.
So I
Oh,
mentioned I've been to a little over 30 countries. I've been to 5 continents, and Antarctica obviously is one of the 2 I haven't visited. The other is Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, etc. So gotta get to both of those one day. Definitely want to visit all 7.
My parents, I think this year they decided it's going to be all cold destinations because currently they're in Lapland, and then in summer they're doing Iceland and Greenland, and then in winter Antarctica. I was like, what? All in
Yeah,
one year?
Iceland
still
is
do
warm
it.
in the summer, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's like relatively speaking, it's all the northern and very southern area.
Flight Simmer 74 says, "This is my first time I join you on live stream. Hopefully not the last." Yeah, I agree. Hopefully not the last. I hope you continue to show up week after week. We've been doing this consistently, pretty much every Friday, with a few breaks every now and then for holidays, but almost every Friday for coming up on 4 years, 3.5 years now. We've been doing this, and you know, you are joining just at the sort of near the very beginning of our world tour, so it's an exciting time to be joining the Fly-In Friday crew. Also, this is the last week of transatlantic flying. Starting from next week, we'll be able to do a lot more pleasant sightseeing in Ireland, UK, and then continental Europe after that for a while.
Will the distances also be shorter?
Yes.
I mean,
We'll mix it up. Like some weeks we might fly fast jets and visit like 4 or 5 world capitals in 1 week. Other times we'll do what we traditionally have done on Fly-In Friday, which is, you know, VFR flights, low and slow in piston aircraft, so we can really admire the scenery.
Those have my preference.
yeah.
Not a jet, so it's boring. Right, Tom?
Right. I mean, the Vision Jet can go pretty slow, so.
I do like the Vision Jet quite a bit, and a new update to the Vision Jet just came out yesterday.
Yes.
It's,
Indeed.
Maybe I should get that one.
Yes.
I like it a lot. I think Flight FX did a fantastic job as the developer of that plane, and it's a super fun aircraft to fly. If you like the style of planes that certainly I do, and I think you do as well, Peter.
Yeah. But the longitude in itself is also pretty well done.
Let's have a look at our approach.
So for me, like the Vision Jet, it feels like a
Okay.
Cirrus SR-22 only with a jet engine. Right?
Which it basically is.
Yeah. So it's got like a GA feel to it, but powered by a jet. So it's a lot of fun.
I've stand next to a few on Rotterdam. They are pretty small. They're smaller than you think they are.
Yeah.
Crazy Mike, we don't have a command for that, but we can tell you if you want.
So well,
We
we're
can
looking at
flex.
we're looking at my POV now. So I'll just tell you my specs. I have a 3080 Ti, 12th gen i9 Intel CPU, 64 gigs of RAM, and a M.2 SSD. So it's not the most cutting edge system,
crank
but
it
it's
back up
pretty
now.
decent. I got my PC 2 years ago,
Get
and
our
it was
speed
pretty much
back.
the best you could get at that time. Sort of a
We could make
3090. I didn't.
We want to be
really-
approaching about the same time as everybody else, so let's
make such
just make
a
sure we're
command, right?
keeping
Easily done.
good pace with our speed.
Peter, what about you? We're on your POV now. What are your specs?
Oh yeah. Well, I have an AMD 7000 X3D.
No, you have the better one.
No, 7900.
Yes.
Yeah, I have 7900 X3D.
I have the
Sorry.
other one.
You have the other one. Yeah. I have the 7900 X3D with a 4090 and 64 gigs of RAM. But I bought my PC last winter. I think I have it now close to a year, or maybe a little over a year now. So it's pretty. Yeah, I think it was February or March or something like that.
Yeah.
I might get
Yeah.
rid of these clouds
So, yeah, almost a year
because
now.
I
So
want
it's
to
pretty
see.
new, so that's why it's still pretty up to date.
All right. And Simcom,
okay.
what about you?
That's not what I wanted.
Well, almost the same as
Clear
Peter.
skies.
Also 4090, but I have the slightly lesser 7800 X3D
How does it look?
and
Oh, it's
32
almost nighttime. We
gigabytes
did nighttime
of
last time.
memory.
Hasn't.
And I built mine in May.
I'm debating.
all-
I might, when Flight Simulator 2024 comes out, I might upgrade my PC and get whatever the latest and greatest is at the time, so I can run Flight Sim 2024 at
Wow.
absolute highest possible settings.
Just nothing.
I don't think the specs will be
Water all around.
well what
That-
will
that-
be
that-
available to you that what we have currently. But you never know.
Yeah.
Nvidia mostly does their announcements in September, so
Alright, I have some land in sight, just on the horizon, just you can barely see it there. Looking at my GPS display, I believe this is northern Scotland. Is that right? Echo Golf Papa Lima. What's that airport? EG usually means UK. So
Yeah, EG is UK. Papa Lima? I don't know. Should you want me to look it up?
yeah. Anyone know that airport? I think this is northern Scotland. Happy says yes, it is Scotland.
It's
great job, Peter.
Loch Medi Pier.
That sounds Scottish.
Yeah, so they're back there. They're behind me actually.
Ben Becula.
Yeah, it's
Becula.
Benbecula.
Alright, here's a question for chat. I'm gonna guess this is gonna get a lot of comments. Who has been watching Masters of the Air on Apple TV?
I
Nope.
was gonna ask you about it, CD, because I have not watched it yet.
What is it?
So
It's like a-
it's from Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, the creative team behind Band of Brothers in the Pacific.
Mhm.
So it's
Well
their third prestige miniseries about World War II, and this one is specifically about B-17 bomber squadrons.
That's really nice.
How are you liking it, CD? Because I think you watched it.
Well, the episode 4 just came out today. I haven't watched that yet. I watched the first 3 episodes. I like it, but I don't think I love it yet. And I'm gonna reserve judgment until I've seen the entire.
I'm gonna take 5 a week with the
my
live stream.
problem is,
I'll be
like,
back in 5 minutes.
I don't really identify with a lot of the characters. Like, I don't know really who the main characters are yet. Like, there's 2 characters. One of them is named Bucky, and one of them is named Buck. And of course, they make a joke about how their names are so similar. And they're based on real people, by the way. They're not. It's not like a lazy writer came up with 2 similar names. Those are actually real people's nicknames. But so, like, I don't know at this point. 3 episodes in, I still don't know which characters I should be caring about and which ones are sort of throwaway extras that are going to die in an episode or 2. So it's hard to say. Visually, it looks stunning. It looks fantastic. Of course, I love seeing large formations of aircraft flying together. Just honestly, just like what we got on my screen right now, the big formation of planes. So it does look fantastic, but from like an emotional resonance perspective, I haven't really connected with any of the characters yet. But again, reserving judgment on that until we see the rest of the series. Stuxus said critics have not been so great. Still consider it.
Yeah, that's always the thing with reviews or critics. It's like, if you like it, then you like it. Because I think a lot of people sometimes don't watch a show because this person said it's not good or that, but you know, everyone's tastes are different.
Yes. Luckily so.
Yes.
Top Writer, this is not a tech support stream. I put a link to the forums. You can go there and post your question, and someone should hopefully be able to help you.
And it's probably a memory issue.
There would be something, a 1 hour live stream where we just answers people's questions. Support the channel.
Oh, could we do that?
Oh.
Well, is anyone, I'm going to really date myself now. This is probably 20 years ago. I bet you someone in chat remembers this. There was a TV channel that no longer exists. It was called Tech TV. And they had a program called Call for Help. And literally all the show was people calling into the show with their PC tech support questions. And then the host of the show would answer them.
Nice.
Yeah, see, Tuscan remembers. DJ Skyhawk remembers too. Yeah.
The problem with support is it's so hard to actually find the real context of it all. You
Especially when all it needs is a reboot.
Yeah, but also that people say, my sim is crashing and it does do that, and then after 1.5 hours, oh yeah, I've installed I have installed Reshade, by the way.
Weird Al called Call for Help on Tech TV one day. That's actually pretty funny.
Oh, that's cool. With an actual problem or just to...
Probably
say
with an
hello?
actual problem, I'm guessing. So here's a fun story. A lot of you may not know this, but Robin Williams, may he rest, while he was still alive, he was a big PC gamer. True story.
Oh.
And he bought a PC, a very high-end gaming PC, from another company that no longer exists, formerly based in Calgary, Voodoo PC. In the early 2000s, they made like boutique high-end gaming PCs, and Robin Williams bought one of theirs. And a guy I knew actually took a tech support call from Robin Williams. Yeah, he was a really big PC gamer. A lot of people don't know that about him. Yeah, Ice Flyboy said his daughter's name is Zelda. Yeah, from the video game Legend of Zelda.
I tried to name my son Luke, but it wouldn't fly. with my wife. Don't know why.
Oh well.
Oh well.
All right, I'm 180 nautical miles from Donegal now. ETE 23 minutes.
But Zelda is not the name of the princess, is it?
Zelda is the princess in Legend of Zelda.
Zelda is the princess. Oh, okay.
Zelda is not the hero. The player
Oh, right.
character is Link.
Yeah. I knew it was I knew it was reversed somehow. But yeah, Zelda is the princess. Is it better that I've never actually played it, ever?
I've also never played it.
I mean, they are classic games.
They are.
Yeah.
But the whole Nintendo thingy kind of skipped.
I had a Nintendo DS once.
A friend of mine had a Nintendo Entertainment System, and I still have somewhere the original Game Boy. But I only played Tetris on that, and that's about it.
Oh, PH Job is asking for a guitar performance. Well,
Again?
I mean, if Tom will sing Ya Ya Ding Dong, I'll play it.
Oh, that's so sorry.
That's not
any guitar today, probably.
Yeah.
No guitar then, sorry.
132.15 MyAirMyles 1123. Goodbye.
I have control.
That's the two.
Oh, we have Northern Ireland in
Unless I'll
sight.
drop my PayPal in chat below and
Have I... Oh, it doesn't pass it back to Shannon, that's fine. No problem. Let's descend
The very
to
first, I'm
10,000.
really dating myself now. The very first Legend of Zelda game, Zelda 1 for NES, you were prompted at the beginning of the game to name your character. And a lot of people named their character Zelda, because that was the name of the game. Little did they know that Zelda was actually the princess, not
That's-
the player character.
So Zelda
Feet is an altitude, not a flight level, so make sure we're got the correct
I,
barometric pressure in
I fear
place.
that I won't be able to land.
What if I go over... I know I'm flying an airliner, but I wonder if I go over Ireland, because it's more fun for everybody who's watching if you can actually see the land rather than just clouds of the sky or things like this. So
I So
Where's everybody else at?
welcome,
Have they caught me up? Oh wow, here we go.
straight
They're popping
for the
out.
initial approach fix, but even then it's still 30 plus minutes out. So
We got more islands in sight now. We're not just flying over open ocean anymore.
I thought you were
Mm,
making
here
a
we
joke
go.
by instead of
Crossing
saying
over.
Islands, you said Ireland.
We're very
Oh.
soon be crossing over this first bit of
Phoenix
land
says
on
nice we
Northern
had an
Ireland.
SR-71.
I've actually
I believe
flown
there was a dev who's working on an
here,
SR-71
so
Microsoft Flight Sim.
Blackbird.
um,
is working on
Blackbird
one.
Simulations while isn't
part of me would want to fly over there
Yes.
to EG, AE, and
It's the old Milfis, right? So
go back and
now
see.
it's called Blackbird Simulations.
That's right,
But yeah,
yeah.
we're
Um,
working SR-71 as we speak.
but I don't want to distract us right now. I think they
And
are
it will
doing a
be
touch and go, so that'll
Blackbird
delay them a little bit
Simulations
again
will be
behind
pretty-
us.
pretty high-end.
If we land before everybody else, maybe we get a chance to park up and watch some other people come in to land. That would be cool. If we can get in ahead of everybody. And as I come down, obviously my true
I mean, it's been
airspeed
under
is
development for a
dropping,
while
so
now. Like I want to say like close to 2 years. So there's
Yeah,
certainly
they
been
have.
a lot of time and effort.
They had a live stream a few weeks ago, and then they showed some screenshots on there. Let me get the link for you.
we'll see. But yeah, we'll continue the rest of the flight at
Did they give
10,000
any update
until
on,
we
release timing?
we start making our
I
approach
Can't remember.
into Dublin.
Oh, this was already 1 month ago. Yeah. Yeah, so that was December. And then let's get to the.
Need to be able to do refueling in the air for the Blackbird. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you in chat already know this. We have a very knowledgeable group of aviation enthusiasts. But the SR-71 had to immediately do in-flight refueling after takeoff because it was designed, it's such the bleeding edge of technology. It goes so fast. There was actually metal because of heat, what's the word, contraction and expansion. When something heats up, it shrinks or expands. It would actually leak fuel until it got up to speed, and then the heat
And altitude.
yeah, the heat would actually make the titanium expand. So it actually on takeoff it was leaking fuel, and so it always had to refuel in flight
It was
immediately after
guzzling,
getting
yeah.
airborne.
It does feel much better when you see a bunch of other people flying near you. Even when I was doing my testing earlier before we started the stream,
Oh yeah.
I was on a European server. Taking off from Edinburgh, it was nice to see lots of people flying around the Edinburgh airport.
Such a cool looking plane though.
If they are
I mean,
locals,
even now,
you know,
like that was the plane that's
it'd
from
be
the
nice to
1960s,
see if there is a local
and
community,
even
but I
now,
don't
it
even know
was
how
like
I
the
would go
most
about trying to
futuristic
find
plane
that.
I've ever seen.
Because no, I'm not going on Facebook. I don't care that much about finding a community to go on Facebook.
Okay, here's a fun fact. This is gonna blow you away. Approximately an equal amount of time has transpired between the Wright Flyer and the SR-71, and the SR-71 and the present day.
MyAirMyles 1123, contact Scottish Centre on 119.875. Good day. 119.875 MyAirMyles 1123. Goodbye.
Correct. I didn't need my mind to
Scottish Centre
explode.
MyAirMyles 112,310,000 feet. MyAirMyles 1123, Scottish Centre QNH 29.92 radar contact
Around
continued.
120 miles from double descent from me. Probably not make it.
see how everybody else is starting to pop up. Oh, here we
I
go.
kind of feel like
Making better time than I thought. Here's me
aviation's kind of
panicking
plateaued
and
a little bit in terms of like technological
forcing
advancement.
our speed.
Maybe it's just because
And
in the
instead of
early days
last
of
time,
aviation,
we're
everything was
actually near
changing
the
so
front.
quickly. But if you look
We're
at
not
like
at the front, as you can see. There are people
an
ahead of us.
airliner from the 1920s versus a Boeing 707.
Although that could just be people that
like
they might
the
have
night and
landed, or
day
they might
how
have just
much they
spawned
changed. If
at
you look
the
at like a Boeing 707
arrival airport,
Dreamliner
waiting to watch all
compared
the
to a
arrivals.
707,
It's not
Because
that
that is a
much different.
thing.
they're
Plane
like
spotting,
50
even in
plus
Flight
years
Simulator.
apart in design, and obviously, you know, it's made of composite materials, and there's so much more technologically advanced. But just to look at them side by side, they're not that much different.
You know, the real revolutions have been died out
Yeah.
a bit.
You know, like what's the next revolution then, right? Like it almost feels like like it's stagnated a little bit. Like same with
Yeah,
like,
so-
because it blew my mind just thinking about the SR-71 and how it's been basically 60 years since that. We went the first 60 years of flight, we went from the Wright Flyer to the SR-71, and then the next 60 years of flight, we went from the SR-71 to
The SR-72. Allegedly.
possibly the SR-72 Aurora if it really exists. But like, what else?
So
like,
let's
what is
check
the next
our-
most advanced plane that's come after the SR-71 that really pushed the envelope?
Not much, because yeah, I think mainly funding dried up because of the lack of need of the.
Just
Like
refine
plan.
existing
Yeah,
designs.
I mean it was all driven by fear and threats, right?
Yeah.
Most technological advancements.
And a race.
And a race, yeah, and none
Yeah.
of these are still, unless they. Well, let's not get let's not get into that.
Okay.
But I mean, most of that isn't there anymore today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, but here's another way to look at it. In 40 years, from like 1935 to 1975,
28
peak
left.
of military aviation went from, say, the Spitfire to the
Okay.
F-15. 40 years.
Yep.
Those planes look totally different. Like, think of the revolutionary changes from the Spitfire to the F-15.
Yeah.
And then in the next 40 years, from 1975 to 2015, we went from the F-15 to the F-35.
So,
Yeah.
28
Right,
left.
and those two, like, obviously I know the technology is a lot more advanced, and I know, like, if you look at the specs, you know, there's a lot more, you know, computation, you know, computerized technology and stuff that goes into it. But really, just to look at them side by side, they're not that much different. It's not like the revolutionary leap from a Spitfire to an F-35 or F-15.
No,
Sorry.
By now, you would have indeed expected like ram air engines and stuff like that.
135.
Ionizing air, and I don't know, cool stuff. But we're still burning dinosaurs. Yeah. And now a lot of money is poured into electric flight. But yeah, those are also baby steps. Plus, if that works out, and I don't think it will until we
1332.
get a revolutionary new
124.
battery technology. But if that works out, we end up with what we already could do, but less polluted. So again, not really a
100.
revolution.
Oh, this might be out of date. Okay.
I don't know what's just
We'll zoom in a little bit on the
thinking
map because I want to
futuristically,
start
what would be the
seeing
next big breakthrough, like the next quantum leap
our approach
in
as we
aviation,
get there.
Teleportation. Yeah.
teleportation.
I mean, that
single
would be-
stage to orbit, practical.
Or something close to
suborbital
light
space
speed.
flight.
I mean, yeah, but suborbital phase flight is just more of the same, right? It's just get higher, burn more fuel.
I mean, I
You get
remember. I don't know if this will ever be economically practical, but I remember like reading in the 1980s or the 1990s, people were talking about a future where you would fly suborbital.
Wow, they've all
New York
appeared.
to Tokyo in like an hour.
I mean, that's what SpaceX is trying with Starship. I mean, apart from going to Mars, they are planning on using it as a suborbital way of transport. Then you have the sonic booms again when they re-enter, so there's that.
Well, I mean,
I mean, there's
NASA
their-
just unveiled a new X
Yeah.
plane a couple weeks ago that specifically is testing quieter sonic booms to make supersonic
Yeah.
flight over built-up populated areas.
Yeah,
practical.
The nose was so sharp that they didn't even have the room anymore to put a like cockpit window. It's a camera. The pilot is looking at a camera.
Nice.
I hope there's like quadruple redundancy on that.
It's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Instruments.
camera is gone. Okay.
It's fine.
Full
you trust-
IFR.
No, if you trust on VFR and that on these kinds of planes, you're doing something wrong. So the camera
I
is
mean,
just there to
Yeah, that's true.
to make the pilot at ease.
And it probably has like in Peter's plane, but he doesn't have it activated. Like I see the
I don't like it, but
the
I,
terrain,
let
the
me-
terrain thingy, 3D terrain. If you have that, it's fine, right? It's like sure. I think it's in PFD settings.
Yeah, relative. I thought I had it. Apparently I had it.
I got the cozy lighting on.
132.15 MyAirMyles 1123.
Oh,
Goodbye.
yes.
Shannon Center MyAirMyles 112310,000 feet.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Decent.
that was a
Here
good
it
shake,
is.
was it, Lucky?
Yep. Let me turn that on and
Turn IR 2, yeah.
There. Oh, here. SVT. There we are.
SVT, that's the
There
one.
we are. Sorry.
yes.
I like how we learned how to fly these planes properly live in front of
Right.
almost 200 viewers.
I mean, it's synthetic vision. I know the I was just overlooking. But yeah,
I recently saw a comment of someone comparing the longitude to the ease of use of like an Apple product. It's just so easy. The whole
It
Garmin.
is, right? yeah, and that's also what they just. That's also what Marky NZ said in chat. That it's mainly the progress has been done in avionics, right? Compared to a few years ago, flying IFR has become way more easy, to the point that even people with little to no training are able to fly ILSs and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Well,
And,
you know, that's good. That technology should advance and become more user friendly as it improves.
I think it was in 2021 that Airbus did a full
No
automated flight.
chance.
so
I am
the
not
aircraft
climbing
taxied by itself.
to 17,000 feet and
itself,
using your rubbish
full flight, of
altitudes
course,
that
and then
you gave me
autoland,
last time
and
and
then taxi
screwed up
back
my
to the
approach.
17,000 feet, expect ILS
No.
afraid I have to
flight
disconnect,
approach
guys.
via Delta Uniform Bravo transition clear to Delta Uniform Bravo MyAirMyles
Oh
1123.
well.
You have to metaphorically take off, Peter.
Yeah.
Well, we are just to, if anyone who's joining us for the first time, we usually aim for a 2-hour live stream. So this would normally be our end time, but because this is a transoceanic flight, we do have a little bit more ground to cover to get to Dublin. So this will be hopefully the last time in a long while that we'll go over time. So hopefully the next many weeks in a row.
I
we'll
will
be sticking
stay
to
at my
2 hours
10,000.
for our Friday.
And then we will
So
drop
Homeland's asking in the chat, do I know of any liveries
to
that are
about
themed with musical artists?
2,800,
Well, I haven't seen it myself.
I think,
I'm
as we head over the
sure
water
someone has made
for
Delta
our
Air
ILS intercept.
Oh yes, a few people have actually.
Yeah,
I
yes,
thought,
that makes sense.
But not yet. We're a bit too early for that.
Okay.
Well,
I'll leave you to it, guys.
see you. Have fun.
Good luck.
Yes.
Fly
thank
safe.
you.
Happy landings.
We're all
and,
counting
Alright.
on you. Yeah.
Have a great
See-
weekend, Peter.
You too. We'll see.
So
you
we're going to
soon.
ignore
Bye.
Bye.
air traffic control. They might cancel our flight following, that's fine.
Never gets old.
Um,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, one of the founding members of the heavy metal band Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson, is a licensed commercial pilot and a huge aviation fan, and he personally flies the band's tour plane. It's a Boeing of some kind. It's 757.
747.
747. No way.
Yes. But I'm not sure if that's the one he flew as well. But that's,
so we're not
I think
quite
that's their most recent plane.
ready to start
Well, now that
descending
Peter is
yet
gone,
anyway, I don't
whew,
think.
Can finally talk smack about it. Oh, yes, indeed. At
Oh.
Force 1. That's how it's called.
She's just handing me off. At least she's not cancelling my flight following, but
119
I'm not climbing.
55 MyAirMyles 1123. Goodbye. Dublin approach MyAirMyles 1123.
Gotta try.
0,000
I'll probably
Remember
fail.
about the accident.
Because something is bound to go wrong. It always goes wrong on my streams.
Every now and then I just randomly
But
hit
I
a
have to
button
try
and
and
Peter will talk to me, and
redeem myself from
he's
the
gonna do it at random.
2
That's
weeks
when
ago.
you tell me to go to your POV.
Yeah. There's probably like a script or something you can set up where it switches like every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But you can still override it, of course. I got an achievement from Flight Sim. Journeyman. What is Journeyman? Oh, 500 hours, I think.
Oh, you're only like half of mine, but you said yours
Well,
resets a while.
I have way more because I used to fly a lot with dev mode enabled.
Oh yeah, right. It doesn't count
And
your
then
hours.
it doesn't count. No.
Templar, that's an excellent question for a future developer live stream. We have our panel.
I am not claiming.
Usually once a month, maybe once every 2 months, they'll come on and answer all kinds of questions from the community, just like that one. So I would say save that question on for the next developer stream.
But yeah, we will shortly, not quite yet, but we will shortly start our descent. Called
a little
it.
bit of lands up ahead. I think this is actually
Let's do
Ireland now.
7.
It is,
We'll
yeah.
do that.
So we got the Emerald Isle is in sight.
That's why I wasn't climbing, because there was no way I was going to
is
climb
46 nautical miles ahead.
when I knew.
Next touch and go.
He's put me down to 3 now. He'll change his mind, so I'll go to 7. He will change his mind. And we'll bring our speed back a little bit to 320.
Yeah, I might have to continue the flight post-stream, but we'll see.
Looks like we're going to
I've
lose.
got a Super Hornet catching up. Formatting on me.
The guys might not actually finish it on stream.
He's there in spirit. And there's the thing.
But yeah, I'm not quite thinking we're ready to go down to 3,000 just yet. We pass EITT, then I think I'll be ready for it. Because I'm going to have to slow right down for that as well.
DJ Skyhawk says live weather is zero visibility ILS.
We're turning out,
Tom, you're
so
on live
okay.
weather, right? Is it indeed zero
Let's
visibility
start
going into Donegal?
the descent to 3,000
Well-
now then.
I mean, you're also in darkness.
And let's put our speed
Yes.
back.
Let's see what the METAR says.
Start getting ourselves set up for the approach.
Well, the METAR says it's VFR. Visibility great. I mean, the METAR is 1 hour and 35 minutes old, so yeah.
It could
Kind
have
of
changed
changed.
in that time.
Bring up
Yeah.
the ILS.
Yeah. Remember, folks, this is, I'm sure most of you know this already, but just in case this is new information to you, a METAR is not updated in real time. It always has a timestamp at the beginning of every METAR.
I
and it's
think
a snapshot
probably.
of the weather conditions at that
Well, we'll
time.
go to 3,000
Setting
just now,
consideration.
but
If you have a stale METAR that's, you know,
when we
roughly
start
an
making
hour
our
out of
other
date,
turn, I want to go
the
back
weather
to
can be
9
significantly different than
for
what
the
METAR is saying.
intercept. 2928. Just want to be absolutely sure that.
Okay, I am currently 18 nautical miles out.
We're gonna
I
get
will
it this
start a
time.
descent down to 2,500.
So you can see our speed is pulling right back.
Throttle back.
They're pulling us back to below 210 knots now. Yeah, this is everything I expect. This is. I expect this.
There's got information Foxtrot. Yeah, so that's the ATIS, not the METAR. That's slightly different, but does tell mostly the same information.
I think I am going to set to
How
9
the scale
will,
METARs get all
or
bitter
2.8
after a few hours.
just now.
Well, Factual's not here today in the chat, so someone's gonna make those jokes, I guess.
And Peter doesn't have the button. Or
Yeah.
well, we don't have Peter anymore. So. I think an ATIS will also tell you which.
You can complain that
runways
I'm
are
too
being
low, but
used.
that's fine. I want to be too low for my intercept.
Yes, it will.
And then it's like you have information, Mike, or Quebec.
Okay, so here I'm going to date myself again here too. When I was doing my PPL training at the airport that I was training at, in those days the ATIS was manually recorded by one of the air traffic controllers speaking into a microphone. And now of course it's all text to speech, computerized voices. It's all automated. But in those days, ATC had to record the ATIS manually by speaking into a mic. Alex is proud to be filling in for Factual today.
So we're coming out, and we will basically do a U-turn onto our
Here we
final
go.
approach.
This is the Emerald Isle.
I gotta start wakening up. This is where it gets exciting.
Ireland, everyone. We have officially made it across the Atlantic.
Let's see where everybody else is at.
I better turn off
Bunch of them are
the
going straight in for it on the other side. Bunch are coming down the water with me. This will be interesting. So the runway's going to probably look like I'm going to crash into somebody because they're going to be on the runway as we come onto it.
Right.
But the game doesn't actually let you crash into them. So don't worry too much about that. We can land in different directions. The simulator doesn't care about that. And just as we start our approach over Wambi Island, or our right turn onto final.
Okay, oh. Yeah, that is the runway. I'm really close. I'm still going really
Lucky,
fast.
go in your place.
We might have to full send this again.
It's fine.
Thank you,
Fine.
let's go to the bathroom, but we'll make him stay
Slip.
till we're landing.
Oh.
The fasten seatbelt signs are on, the toilets
Gear
are
down and
closed.
locked.
Down.
Once again, bad pilot is bad. I did not set up this approach very well.
Yeah.
Landing. Ooh, we're coming in high and hot.
This does not have spoilers, right? Speed brakes.
It does. I'm not
It
going to
does?
deploy
Okay.
it though.
Uh,
It's fine. Okay, I'm still too high, but I've
Let's
actually recovered
arm
somewhat.
the approach. So what we're looking at is this blue GS and lock. We are expecting those to turn green after we've done this turn. And that will tell us that we have walked on that. I'll bring the ILS on now. That is what we didn't have last time. So we'll see if we get it this time. Speed brake is armed.
Oh, hang on.
Auto brake is mid.
Hey, look, we're still gonna touch and go here. And positive rate, rotate. Like a glove.
right.
What did he do? Did he touch and go on something and completely screwed it up? I missed that.
And once you're stuck in that bounce cycle, it's
Yeah.
hard to get out of it again.
All right, I'm gonna climb to 5,500 for the rest of the flight to Dublin.
Oh, he's back. He's still back at the North Island. Okay. That's
I think
fine.
I
So we're now.
flared
You can
too
see
hard
the
on that
purple
landing.
line, which is left of center.
It was the reverse curve.
But we
Usually
are
when I
flying
try to
on our
change
intercept
stall horn, I
course.
usually get a very smooth landing.
For that purple line. So that purple line will start coming towards the center
They
as
can't all be
we start
creepers.
intercepting the ILS glide slope. If you look at the diamonds coming in
At the end of the world,
to
tour, you
the
should have, like,
right and the
hour
bottom of
statistics,
the
like
primary flight
miles
display,
flown, hours
pink
spent.
diamonds, this tells you where you are in relative to the glide slope and the localizer. So glide slope is
Yep.
altitude,
Keep track
and
of it.
localizer is left right. You want to think about it that way? So as that glide slope diamond hits
I
the
mean,
middle,
it should be pretty easy to do.
I would
believe
expect
when I post the
that
flight
that
plan
blue
on
glide
forums,
slope
the world map should show the number of
will
nautical
turn
miles
green.
in the flight.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Top of descent, 80 nautical miles. We're getting there.
There we go. Green glide slope and localizer have engaged. Throttle is automatically going to idle. This is looking good. 2,100. This is what we didn't have last time. We didn't intercept ILS last time, and that's what screwed us. So, first stage of flaps.
Yeah, I'm 15 minutes from Dublin, it says. So we'll be about half an hour.
We'll take second stage of
on the
flaps.
stream than we normally are. Not terrible.
We'll let the airplane slow down.
220.
I'll take the next stage of flaps.
In hindsight, maybe I should have used the speed brakes, Tom.
Oh well.
Yeah.
We always learn.
Did I have clear to land? Did someone tell me? Clear to land. Gear down.
You can definitely see why the Emerald Isle gets its nickname. Got lush,
3 greens.
beautiful green
Good.
scenery in every direction.
Flaps to full. So you can see what's happening is the purple or pink
And
diamonds
once
at
again,
the
if you
bottom
missed
and the
earlier
right
announcements,
of the
next week
PFD
we'll
are
depart
sitting
Dublin
perfectly centered.
and fly across
And if you
the,
look ahead at the
Irish
runway,
Sea
we're
to
2 reds, 2
London.
whites.
We'll have both an
So
Irish resident
this
and an
is
UK resident
looking
joining us
awesome.
as guest co-hosts. We've got the excellent Two-Tone Murphy
When we get
and
close
Alison Johnson.
to landing, I will
Who's
turn off
co-host
auto throttle, because otherwise it will engage for
for
the
Flying Friday World
for the
Tour
go
Stage
around, missed
7.
approach. And we'll get her down. This is going way better than last time. And that's because I ignored the in-game altitudes and used the maps instead. So I'm going to stop talking now and focus.
Got up ahead to my 12 o'clock. This is a great username. I love this. One Dandy Pandy flying a Super Hornet. That is a great username.
400. Continue. 100. Auto throttle off. Retard. Flare.
Alright, 12 minutes to Dublin.
We're down.
Only 12
Reverse
minutes.
throttle.
Next is the Animals
Slows
add-on.
us
Yeah,
right
the
down.
SoFi
Cancel
Animal
reverse
add-on
throttle.
is on sale in the marketplace right now. Because it has pandas. Oh, Icefly, you're one Dandy Pandy.
Oh, someone's coming right
Awesome.
for
You're,
us.
one of our resident Icelandic
They're coming
viewers.
right for us. Ah! Psh!
MyAirMyles 1123 exit runway when able.
And we'll get off the runway. There we go. Progressive taxiing.
Here we go. Up ahead, I got player 508160606. That sounds like it was a system randomly generated username.
What we'll do is we'll stop in the taxiway,
I honestly, I don't know who
and we'll
that
get a
is.
view of that runway. We can watch everybody else landing.
There is a non-zero
Welcome
chance
to
that actually might
Dublin,
be one of
and
the
that's how the last
like
flight
the,
should have gone.
flying along with us today. And
I'm
they have
so glad we managed to
user,
redeem
I guess,
ourselves.
their test account or something. It
Um,
just has like a randomly system-generated username. Becky says, "How are you continuously sitting for so long?" Oh, well, I'm going to give an absolutely shameless plug. I get no endorsement from them, by the way, but if you're watching, Herman Miller, I have a Herman Miller office chair, and it's super comfortable to sit in. You know, I work from home. I sit in this is my workstation that I do all my regular work in as well, not just Flying Friday.
I have the Mirror's chair, if
So I
anybody
spent a
cares.
lot of
It's
hours
also a
sitting in
very
this
nice
chair,
office
so
chair.
spent,
I bought it
pretty
when I
decent
was
chunk of
doing my
change
flight
to,
training,
invest in a high-end Herman Miller
because I
office
was
chair.
again working from home
And I
and
would
studying
never
from
change.
home and spending many, many hours.
And apparently, Herman Miller has partnered with Logitech.
So,
yes,
let's
he's
get this
the,
outside view.
Herman Miller gaming chair.
Can we see anybody coming in? Not yet.
And that a lot of people weren't expecting to see that collaboration.
Let's see where it's going to taxi us to.
Scientists in Florida. I'm not. I'm in Vancouver, Canada. A small private jet just crashed. Oh, that's terrible.
Tune Dublin
I hope
ground
hope
on
everyone on board is okay.
885. We want taxi to parking.
Dublin ground MyAirMyles
Vera Patrice says, for those who can't afford Herman Miller, purple makes a spiffy CPAD. So, true story, my pillows, like the
General
pillows in my bed that I
aviation.
sleep on are purple pillows, and they're super comfortable. I definitely can recommend those. Had a great night's sleep on them. Once again, if anyone from Purple is listening, I'm open for celebrity endorsement deals.
parking via taxiway Bravo Cross runway 23.
So we already have Herman Miller, we have Lego, now we have purple.
Cirrus Vision Jets.
Well, yeah, sure. Why not?
So we'll continue our progressive taxi. Keep an eye on the runway to see if anybody else is appearing. Maybe we stop here actually, because we'll have a sight of both runways if we stop
I
here.
gave them a shout out with their new Comanche now available on Xbox as of yesterday.
Maybe a bit more. This will give us a good view of both runways as people start to appear.
Certainly, I haven't mentioned it yet today, but I've given many shout-outs before to Tobii Eye Tracker, which if you're noticing, I've got head and eye tracking going on in the sim right now. That's my Eye Tracker 5. All my flight controls are by Thrustmaster. I've got the Warthog stick and throttle.
Where
and the
does it want me to
TPR
park?
rotors.
I think I can put
I have a
the
Stream
drone
Deck XL
anywhere I
that
want
use to
it.
control
So
a lot of my AV on it.
if I do park up where they want me to park, I should be able to put the drone anywhere I want. Because they're still a little while out.
What's the best flight stick for Xbox? Well, that's you know, it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on your budget. It depends on what type of aircraft you like to fly. It depends if you want a stick or a yoke. I have personally used the Thrustmaster Boeing TCA yoke and throttle quadrant, which is available. It's the
That's what I've
single
got.
unit works for both PC and Xbox. You just flip a switch.
That's what I've got.
That is a great piece of hardware that I personally used.
Yeah.
I have not used the Airbus edition, the side stick, but I heard that's pretty nice as well. People like that.
I would vouch for the Turtle Beach Velocity flight stick. That's the one I'm using, and it's pretty solid for the price.
That's also available on Xbox.
I don't know
Honeycomb
where it's
Alpha
sending
and
me. It's sending me
Bravo are
back
available
across
on
2
Xbox as
runways.
well, the more recent versions. You do need an adapter though. It's an extra. It's like a, I think a $20 or $30 extra thing you need to buy, but that allows you to use both the Bravo and Alpha together on Xbox. So yeah, you got lots of different options.
I'm always sit here next to this
You know,
guy.
in the early
and
days when Flight Simulator
watch
first
everyone come
launched
in.
on Xbox, there were not a lot of choices for flight control, but the hardware manufacturers.
Because it looks like they're all coming for
for
this runway anyway. I don't see many taking the other one. So
Pretty much.
Well, here we
not
go, first
every new
landing.
product,
See them
but
coming in.
Almost every new flight sim product is now also releasing in an Xbox compatible version. So you'll love to see it.
let me see if I can get the drone. Oh, shut down my
Anyone
engines.
use the Thrustmaster HOTAS, the Warthog? I'm using that right now. That's what I fly with.
Camera.
Simtom, Alex is asking you to repeat your recommendation of the Turtle Beach product.
It's the Turtle Beach Velocity flight stick.
Oh, what is this?
It's the stick, not the yoke that you're
There
using.
we go. I'll fly the
The
drone
stick,
away
yes.
up to the
Turtle
runway.
Beach also makes a yoke. That's the thing.
I'll link the page to you.
I can watch everybody coming in
This one.
without violating rules and having so you can see I'm still parked over there somewhere. Yeah, the lights and everything are still on. But let's
Thrustmaster
watch-
HOTAS 1,
let's watch
that's
people
another
arrive.
stick that's available for both PC and Xbox. There's just a little switch on the back.
Is
that you
anybody
move
coming in
from
from the
one
other side
position
like
to
I
the
did?
other,
Oh, there are
which
some people
device
coming in
it's
from the other
connected to.
side. But most people, I assume,
I formerly owned that product.
the
and
real
I
world
upgraded to the Warthog
meter is telling them to come in from this
for, like,
direction.
5 times the price. Yeah,
It's all metal, right?
the HOTAS one, that's a great entry-level product, though. It's everything in it. It's got the throttle, it's got the stick. It also has a twist axis for rudder if you don't have
Some
pedals.
500 feet, I
So
can't
you
see the
just buy that
craft.
one
Where
piece of
are you?
hardware and you get
Where's the
full flight
craft?
control. And lots of buttons on it too that you can map to different functions. Yeah, Alex, the Warthog is only PC compatible. I do hope eventually Thrustmaster will release an updated Warthog that is both PC and Xbox compatible. But as of
There's
now,
somebody,
the
but
edition is only for PC.
he looks like he's too high. Is he that Hunt guy? I can
Alright, we
see
are
him. Oh
less
my
than 5
god, he's
minutes to
taking a
Dublin.
dive. He's taking a dive.
Descent.
Oh, sorry, you can't see this.
Hex is using the Thrustmaster HOTAS full kit. Yeah, so
Why
that
is no one
the
calling
full
out in the
kit
chat? You
is
can't
the
see.
Thrustmaster HOTAS 1 plus the Thrustmaster rudder pedals.
This guy, what the hell? Is he trying to crash? That's
You can
this.
combo descent
Don't
when you're still
don't do what this guy
building
just
Lego.
did.
Yes, sure.
Is his wheels out?
Everything is configured.
His wheels are not out.
No,
His
I
wheels
was
are not
like
out.
missing one piece, and then I checked
Oh,
the bag
no.
again. Yeah, of course, it's that.
Oh,
one
they
piece still
appeared.
there.
What the hell? Okay. He didn't have wheels.
Oh, Alison Johnson is in chat. Hello.
Oh, hey, Allison. We were just mentioning you earlier and how you're going to be joining us next week. By the way, look, we have a Dark Star, and it's not Hex.
So I'm very pleased we redeemed ourselves
Has joined us flying a Dark Star.
for a
Watch
very
out,
nice,
Hex.
perfect
Yeah.
first time landing.
Competitor.
Flight Simulator 74 is
That
type
was nice.
exclamation mark fly in the
He didn't
chat.
bounce too
All the
badly.
instructions you need to be able to see everyone else are in that forum link.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll end this stream.
Yes, Allison, we're looking forward to having you next week as well.
How long have we been
we're
streaming?
20 miles out from Dublin right now.
Oh wow.
Coming up on the end of
Been on
World
3
Tour
hours.
Stage 6.
Yeah.
Of course, Allison and Two-Tone Murphy will both be joining us for a flight from Dublin to London next week. And we won't need to fly 400-knot jets. We got a much shorter flight plan. We're not flying across the Atlantic again. The first time in a while, it feels like.
Yeah.
They must be coming in the other runway. I can't
This,
see them.
this
I don't
Irish
know.
countryside, this is really pretty too.
I don't know which
All the
way's
various
up.
Multicolored farmland.
I used to fly by. There's a
I
bunch
think,
of folk that have parked
I
up.
think Hex and Groversaurus are going to have to compete Highlander style. Because there can be only one Dark Star pilot.
Did he just land in the taxiway? I don't know what he's doing. That's not a runway. You can't land there. I don't know what this guy's doing.
Tom,
He's just
Phoenix is
like,
asking,
I don't
"Do
care
you
what the
want
rules
your
are,
flight
I'm
to
just
be
gonna
test somehow?"
drive over the grass and all sorts.
I did not know.
And park on
But
the end of
yes,
the
I
runway.
agree. It's a bit stiff, and sometimes you can.
Don't
like,
hire this
you
guy
know,
to
it
fly your
moves
fighter
when
jet
you're
for you.
doing
Oh,
sudden
where
movements.
did he come from? Oh, there's a bunch coming
Okay,
in from the other
I'm gonna
direction
disable-
now.
I'm 8 miles out. I'm going to disable my autopilot and throttle down now, so I don't do another stupid full send approach again. There's the airport. In fact, I'm going to fly a proper circuit. I'm going to go downwind, and then turn onto base and then final. I'm really gun shy now. I had such a bad landing at Donegal on that touch and go. I gotta make up for that.
Pressure is on.
I know how that feels.
Turn the nameplates off so I can see where I'm going a little bit better.
I'm seeing everybody coming in, but I can't see their
Dark
planes.
Star race go.
Show me the plane.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 80% speed run.
Oh, here we go. Here's
Go.
one. Got one coming in.
It'll buff out us. Well, Allison, I don't know. You didn't see that landing. I imagine some air quotes helpful viewer clipped it. So you might be able to see a clip of it. But it was something else. Instead of a touch and go, it was a bounce, 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 bounce and go.
you going around? You going around, bro? Wow, screwed that up. Oh god, did you see him? He went down in his wing. What is going on? You must have non-reality turned on. I could fly some of the faster planes if I turned off reality.
Our national
I didn't think about that.
female basketball team
I just
got
turned
their
off
ticket
reality.
for the Olympics.
I think that's most people down, or at least trying to be down now anyway.
It was an
So,
absolute horror show yesterday because
with
they
that,
played against
I'm
Team
going to
USA.
end the stream.
And
Thank you for
it
watching,
was
and we'll see you
79,
next
79,
Friday.
and in the very,
Take
I
care and
think
have a good
in the
weekend.
last half
Bye for now.
second, they pushed the ball, the States, and the buzzer